James, I'm sure you're wondering why I've gathered you all here today.
All of us, as in me.
Wonder no longer, James, because I regret to inform you there's been a murder, most foul.
But it's just me and you here, though.
The victim, of course, is that horrible little homunculus, little James.
Oh!
This is canon.
This is good, because then I don't have to worry about that coming back at some point.
Precisely. James, the killer, they think they've gotten away with it, but they didn't reckon on me, Nick Mason, the world's latest detective. Sorry I'm late, by the way.
Oh, so not as in like the most recent?
No.
When you said latest, I'm like, the latest detective is
See,
here.
what happened is
the latest movie
I
release.
was going to take the freeway, but then I'm like, the freeway's probably packed, so I'll take the long way.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, man, this is long. And then I thought, it's probably why they built the freeway.
Yeah.
But anyway, James, there's a long list of suspects, as you might imagine.
Sure, yeah.
You know, many people would want to do away with little James on account of he was mean and he sucked.
We didn't like him.
Absolutely not. Perhaps the killer was the YouTuber, regular-sized James.
What? No.
Once the toast of the town with his trailer breakdowns and his 10 things you missed.
I don't really do that anymore.
Perhaps he saw the vibrant young energy of little James and regular-sized James there, and he was all like, oh, my career's fading fast. I've got a divorce on the horizon.
What?
He's like, I'm going to get this guy out of the way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
And also other suspects. But I was thinking...
Yeah.
What we could do is we could get in my silly little car and we could drive around to various locations looking for clues.
Are we going to take the freeway or the long way?
You know, whichever I think is. I've got a pretty good judgment on this.
Okay.
So
yep.
we'll just wing it.
Okay, right.
But we can also, while we're doing that, we can listen for clues on the best of the Weekly Planet 2022 because the clues will be in there.
That's a great idea.
And we can find out who the killer is.
Should we get Collings to maybe edit a bunch of relevant clues or just sections together?
Yeah, I think so.
To get a sense of.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great idea.
I'll get him on the blower now.
Yeah, please do.
All right, now let's get in my car. I'll put my detective sirens on.
All right.
Wee wah, wee wah, wee wah.
I think that's illegal. You can't do that.
No, that's fine. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. If it was illegal, why would they let me do it? You know,
that's true. For now,
they would have stopped me.
Yeah, why would they let you do it for now? Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, it's just a recording of me going wee wah wee. I'll put it on wee wah wee wah wee wah.
Red hot comic book movie news, shooting up your butthole. The Weekly Planet, the Weekly Planet.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of The Weekly Planet, where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. My name is James, also known as Mr. Sundabe. With me, as always, is my co-host, Nick Mason.
Mr. Sundabe.
Did you misspeak?
Did you misspeak is the question.
Did you misspeak?
I did not misspeak.
But you sound like you misspoke.
No, my friend.
So you're saying that I misspoke, but you didn't misspoke?
There's no comedy or really anything to be had from this. I don't think. And you know,
You're shutting it down, are you?
Yeah, I'm not shutting it down. Let's see where this goes.
No, let's see where you go with it. Since
Okay.
you were the one to quick to jump in and correct my obvious non-error. No, I did say it. This is nothing, though. You're right.
Absolutely
But this
nothing.
is the Weekly Planet, where obviously we talk about.
Oh, that's our slogan. Actually, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Just go with it. It's fine.
That's true.
That's right.
All right. Do you want something? That might shock you, Mason, in terms of news?
Go on.
This is via the Rap. So the Rap has learned that
Do it in the form of a rap.
I will not. The Rap has learned that.
Just never do it. We cannot subject the world to that.
The Rap has.
Because what had happened is we'd have to stop doing this and just
Be professional.
Be professional rappers.
We'd be in the rap game.
Yeah.
It would be just like the show Atlanta.
We'd be like Gnarls Barkley.
We would be like.
Except the Australian version of Gnarls Barkley, Gnathan Buckley.
That's too local.
Yeah, no, it really is. People have to Google Gnathan Buckley and be like, did you mean Nathan Buckley? Kind of.
The Rap. I thought you were going to say like Joel Creasy or something. Like who's that beatbox guy?
Joel Creasy's a comedian.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking.
You're thinking of Joel Turner.
I think the Joel Turner, yeah. There
Nathan
you go.
Buckley's a football player. It's not
Yes,
important.
anyways. The Rap has learned that the Academy's fan favourite and cheer moment awards. Do you remember these?
The ones that the Flash entering the Speed Force.
It was Flash entering the Speed Force 1 fan favourite moment of all time? Or was it the
fan
biggest...
cheer moment?
Okay, of all time.
Of all time.
And
movie of the year, I think, was...
And Army of the Dead one, the other one. Is that
one,
right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so so basically what it was, and we said this when it was announced, because it was going to be a Twitter poll, that this is like not going to.
Well, we said that this is ripe for abuse,
Yeah.
and then when they were announced, we were like, well, I guess the fans
They got what they
did
want
it. They
or
did it.
whatever.
They,
I
they're a
guess.
fan base. You got to respect their hustle.
So
But you're saying it's not on the up and up, James.
no, so it allowed regular folks to vote online in the
Ugh.
weeks ahead of the March 27th ceremony for their own Best Picture choice as well as a fan favourite moment. But anyway, that appears to have been rigged by automated online bot accounts backing the work of Justice League filmmaker. It says Justice League like this.
Oh yeah.
Like, but he did
Yeah.
do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Zack Snyder. Data from a hashtag analytics tracking thing found the most active.
We're going to use the tracking thing.
found the most active contributors to both.
See you in court. We got all the information from the tracking thing.
Found that the most active contributors to both polls were autonomous web programs that cast thousands of fake votes.
Fake votes.
Is there no integrity left, Mason, anywhere, in any corner of the globe?
Only on the Weekly Planet podcast.
It's true.
Until we get that lucrative rap contract. And then there'll be no
We're in the rap
integrity.
game.
We're in the rap game.
That's
That's right,
different.
yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's not surprising. But also, I would be equally not surprised if it also just won.
Okay.
Also, cheer moment?
Yes.
Really? They called it that? They could have called it, like, the most iconic moment in cinema history. But it feels like very MTV Teen Choice Awards.
Yeah,
to be like, big cheer moment.
Yeah. Iconic moment
What
in
made
film
you
history.
stand up and go, yeah? What are we doing? Where's the integrity, Mason?
Yeah.
That's all.
What made you stand up and say and point at the screen and go, this scene is goated with the sauce?
This is what's another thing? This is another teen reference,
Right?
This is it's very.
I'm no. James's head in hands. He tried to relate to teens so hard that your brain broke. That's incredible.
My brain pictured like me standing up in big baggy clothes and wearing a
Oh, like what was cool when we were
and wearing a
teenagers.
big clock for some reason. I'm so tired. All right, here we go. All right.
That is goated with the sauce, James.
Morbius news. Sony Pictures also, they said, woo, Morbius is out, woo, up top. They didn't mention any kind of Morbius sequel. Also, Grammy-winning Puerto Rican rapper Bad Bunny has signed on to the live-action, how does this pronounced?
El Muerto.
Yeah, so this is
The Dead.
So it's Juan Carlos Estrada Sanchez. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, you do it
Thanks.
like exactly like that, yes.
He's a super...
You do it panicked towards the end.
Yeah, good. As a superpowered wrestler, and he inherits powers from his father, and he sacrificed his life in order to save Juan Carlos and their family from the longtime nemesis El Dorado. Okay.
Now, look, as we've said...
They have a million Spider-Man and women they could
What's
do.
fascinating-
What are they doing
No, I
this?
know. It's
I'm not saying this can't be good, but what? Why?
I think Bad Bunny had a meeting with Sony,
Oh.
and they went through the.
I want a
archives.
meeting.
But what's interesting about this?
Give me a minor
that
player
Bad
movie.
is that El Muerto was created after significantly after the Sony Spider-Man deal. So I guess they get first dibs on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Marvel are like, yeah, you
yeah.
can have that one.
So for people who don't know, El Muerto he's appeared on I think 2 issues of a Spider-Man comic
That's it.
in like 2006.
Okay.
I
I didn't know that.
And we've said this before. There are no bad characters.
Yes, there
Anybody can make a good movie with a character, but Sony can't. That's a
Great
good rule
question.
of thumb. You know, they are about 50-50 on the most well-known and beloved superhero of all time.
Yep.
This won't be good. But I have a bit of breaking news for you, James. This is great. Nobody else has this, James. I have a complete plot synopsis for El Muerto.
No, really?
As written by Sony.
This is fascinating.
It's fascinating. Okay, are
Yeah.
you ready for this, James?
Yeah.
Okay, so we open in the past,
Yep.
but not so far in the past that we can't just use like modern day sets and clothing.
Just like cars that you might have.
Yeah, like a regular car, whatever they have in the lot. Doesn't matter. So a boy's in a community center. He's watching his father do a wrestle.
Okay.
His father's a Mexican wrestler. He's the best wrestler. Right? The boy asks his father, he says, Papa, do you think one day I could be the best wrestler?
The best Mexican wrestler.
The best Mexican wrestler.
Yeah.
And his father says, son, perhaps if you work hard and you believe in yourself, one day you could inherit my special magical wrestling mask and become the best wrestler.
Oh, it's a magic mask.
Also, the most important part about becoming the best wrestler is respecting your family. And the boy's like, That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. Cool.
Then we flash forward to present day, and the boy has grown up to be El Muerto, who's a famous wrestler, but he's not the best wrestler, James.
But he's got the mask.
No, he doesn't have the mask. He doesn't have the mask.
Where's the mask?
His father's got the mask.
Oh, his father's still alive.
Yeah. And his father comes to visit, and he says, son, you never come visit your family anymore. All you care about is being in montages where you get flown around in private planes and you post photos as an app that's legally distinct from Instagram. And El Muerto says, Father, I like private planes, and I like posting on Wow Photo, the app where instead of heart emojis, you get wow emojis, so it's different. I get 1 million wow emojis on every photo. And also, I don't respect my family currently.
No!
Yeah. And his father says, I take it back. I don't think you'll ever become the best wrestler. And also, we are estranged now. Sony's loving this, by the way. There's just big... Like, it just says no notes after all this.
Just big ticks.
Yeah. But then his father is killed by a gang of crime criminals, and El Muerto has to put on the mask to get away, right?
Yeah.
And somehow that makes him a better wrestler. But it doesn't make him the best wrestler,
I was going to
James.
say, because his dad said he would never be the best
He's not the best wrestler yet, right?
Yeah.
But then there's just a note, and it says, a series of underwhelming action sequences.
Yeah.
And a Sony executive just put a bunch of big ticks next to it.
Okay.
And he's written, yeah, that's what we're all about. That's what we like. Anyway, eventually El Muerto realizes the importance of family, and he reconciles with his father, whose spirit is in the mask or the community center or somewhere. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And not only does he become the best wrestler and defeat the crime criminals, he gets super wrestler powers, and there's a note that says, call the Morbius smoke effect guys and see if they know any other shapes or colors. Then there's a note tacked on at the end. It says, yeah, there can be another mask in a different color, but it makes you evil. And maybe his uncle or brother or cousin puts it on, who cares, and becomes the leader of the crime criminals. And initially it seems like he's become the best wrestler, but actually because he doesn't respect family as much, at the end El Muerto suplexes him into a river. Now, a little bit behind the scenes, James. I've just made this up.
What?
But if the plot isn't exactly this, I'll shoot myself on the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Right?
That's win-win. Oh, that's incredible. That was great work.
There's no way it's not that, though,
No,
right?
it's that. You're absolutely right. And the idea, like all of it, down to like the bad guy, somebody he knows who has a similar mask or set of powers.
Yeah.
Suplexing someone into a river or whatever.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff.
There might even be like a scene where the two guys they've got different color masks and they smash their heads together and a big beam comes out. You know?
Just up the middle,
Yeah.
Right into the sky. Wow. And it makes sense that the bad guy, like, because they both be matched evenly initially because both of them don't respect family.
That's right, but then one does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But has he got any family left? I guess he does. I guess he's got.
Like, there'd be a big. He's
got a little nephew that we see at the start.
Yeah. And I reckon his father would be like, you don't come around. We always have a big scene where we're all sitting around the table and we're all sharing bowls of stuff, and the kids are running around the table.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't like that actually.
I don't like any of this.
I don't like any of those
respect
things.
my family's culture
Of wrestling.
Yeah.
We're all wrestlers. They're all wrestlers.
We're all wrestlers. We're all wrestlers, yes.
Yeah.
I don't respect that, even though I myself.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm also a wrestler.
Anyway, this Bad Bunny guy, apparently he likes wrestling. Like, he appears in the WWE sometimes. He'll do.
Good luck to him, man.
He'll do a
Honestly,
wrestling.
good luck to him.
Yeah.
But no, that's fucked. Anyway, it depends. Like, we'll see who the director is. You know?
Yeah.
You don't know. We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Maybe the director of Morbius.
Or
Maybe
they cancel it.
Maybe they. I mean, it's not coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Anyway, speaking of,
Also,
delay.
I'm shooting myself with a Nerf gun. I'm not shooting myself with a regular.
Okay, cool. In Minecraft.
Precisely.
Great. Anyway, next up we have. You're not going to believe this, Mason. Take a look.
We'll see. I'm very gullible. I'll believe
Take a
most
look.
things.
Take a good look.
A what? You haven't shown me the thing yet.
Oh yeah, variety reporting. Take a good look at this, Mason.
Okay.
That Blade Runner.
Drink this in. Bloody rub this on your gums, eh?
Blade Runner 2049 is getting a sequel series at Amazon.
No, it's not.
Live action.
Whoa.
And it's called Blade Runner 2099.
Blade Runner 2099. Another 50 years in the future.
So set
My
50 years
goodness.
after, Ridley Scott will produce.
Wow.
There is a live action, I want to say it's a cartoon Netflix show maybe?
Oh, Cartoon Network show.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Blade Runner babies.
Yeah. This is a couple of things I think are going on here, I think.
Retiring? I don't want to retire any bloody replicants. I've only just been bloody born. That's one of the...
Who's that?
I don't know. We're workshopping Blade Runner babies, okay?
Wait, okay, so yeah.
He's a Blade Runner baby.
But he
And
doesn't want to
He doesn't want to retire any replicants.
because he wants to have a nap.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
Great, really good.
Yeah. He's just too busy playing with a bloody little paper unicorn.
I'm gonna stop you right there. That's as far as this riff goes.
Okay. You putting your foot down?
I am.
You're vetoing
I'm not
it.
putting a pin in it. It's finished.
You get 3 vetoes a year. I've decided.
Good.
Okay, that's 1. You got 2 left.
And the other ones I have to roll with, do I? Like I do a bit and then you do a bit.
Yeah. The bits
And it
continue.
culminates in something and whatever.
Yeah.
And then we draw it out for
Exactly.
weeks.
Oh my God, yes, please. This is going to be great. Okay, I can't do Blade Runner babies anymore. Unless the fans demand it. Unless the listeners are like, we want more Blade Runner babies. We want you to bring back that character. It didn't even sound like a baby.
Oh, that's why I was confused.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I was initially like, maybe he'd be a replicant. Don't retire me.
Wait, no,
Nah,
we're not doing it.
This is hypothetical. This is hypothetical.
It's all hypothetical.
Yeah, I know.
This
Yeah.
doesn't count. You
I
can't.
know.
I mean, no, it counts. Sorry, this is ridiculous.
All right, folks.
You can't sidestep this.
Tweet in if you knew what I was talking about.
I mean, I know now.
Yeah, okay, right.
So yeah, what I think this is, it must track super well on streaming, right? It's also an IP that people know. Also, Amazon have infinite money.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, I think there's somebody at Amazon high up who just wants to see more.
Oh,
Blade Runner.
absolutely, yeah.
So it's
I
any
think
number of those things are going on.
ultimately, yeah. I mean, when you look at the history of entertainment, that's a lot of like the reason Aquaman still
Yeah.
exists is because like a lot of DC editors over the years just loved Aquaman for
Yeah.
whatever reason. So they're like, put this character in the bin? No, give him another series that nobody's going to read.
How about this? Aquaman, but he's a baby. I can't lift this trident. I'm a baby.
Nice, that's good. See, that's how this is.
I'm drowning. I'm a baby.
Because he can't swim yet because he's just a baby.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, but he can breathe underwater?
He doesn't know
I'm
that
vetoing
yet.
this riff.
He doesn't know yet. That's 2.
Wait, my own count?
Yep.
Oh, man.
That's right. You got 1 left for the year. I'm going to build such long, painful riffs through the remainder of this year. You wait for this. You just wait for December. Just the tortured stuff I'm going to get. The tortured joke workshopping I'm going to do.
You're going to come up with like a big butcher's paper.
Oh, no, I'm not going to write anything down.
No, okay.
Nothing's going to be written down. It's just going to be very confusing. And I'll contradict myself multiple times in it. You're going to love it.
I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
it. Anyway, more Blade Runner. Good. Speaking of Mason.
Go on.
No, not really. Listen, video games, anyone? New segment.
Uh-oh, all right.
And then you say bing. Like
Beep, boop, boop,
there we
boop,
go.
boop,
Perfect.
boop.
That's what game's that?
Mario?
Which one?
The one where he's sad. Remember that one?
Sad Mario. Is
Oh.
it paint?
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not a painter, I'm a plumber.
Oh,
That's my Mario voice.
I'm never as Louis. You better.
I stepped in this tray of paint. Oh no.
That's better. I was going to do a thing about how he's like, oh my God, I got the imposter syndrome. I don't know. I'm never. People say, Mario, you're saving a princess, but I'm like, oh yeah, but I can't draw a picture of the princess. Right, but you're just like, he stepped in a tray of paint, which I think is funny.
You know, like, could you pour the paint out into like a roller
Yeah,
thing?
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
And he
yeah.
steps in it because he couldn't
Yeah.
get his foot in a.
Oh, is he just? Is
In a
this
tin.
is this Mario paint? Just Mario like paints the room?
Yeah,
He just paints the
just
room.
doing renos.
Okay, great. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, video games.
Video game news.
Okay, great.
A few things. Sonic.
Sad Mario paint.
And Mario Paint is so Sonic 3 is moving ahead.
The movie.
Yeah, I think it's going to be out next year even.
Okay.
Plus a Knuckles spin-off TV series on
Whoa.
maybe Paramount Plus.
HBO Max.
Oh, sexy. I think Idris Elba is back as well.
Great.
The Knuckles in the show.
Okay.
And on top of that, after
Yeah, because they would at the end of filming Sonic 2, they would have just been like, "Here's some more lines."
Yeah, just say
here's,
this.
here's a series worth of lines. You want to say those?
So get ready, it's Echidna time, or whatever Knuckles says, you know?
Yeah.
Get ready, it's Echidna time. Also, there is a bio...
Having a Echidna sandwich, he would say.
Also, there is a... What does that mean?
Like as opposed to
Like
a
a
knuckle
punch.
as opposed to a knuckle
Oh,
sandwich.
that's good.
Right?
He could say Knuckles sandwich.
That's what I'm saying, but he
Why
wouldn't.
doesn't he say that?
Because he's an Echidna or something. So he's like, get some of this. I want to give you an Echidna sandwich.
His name is
History will
Knuckles.
prove me right, James.
No.
This is a funnier bit. The listeners will... All right.
I mean, we'll see. I just think, why would he change it? Like, he wouldn't.
No, he would.
Because if your name
'Cause
was
he's- no, no, 'cause-
name was Knuckles, you wouldn't say He's a human
no. He wants a signature line.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
And people are too afraid of him
Yeah,
to correct him because he'd punch them with his signature echidna
Do
sandwich.
you think he's going to do his climbing up walls thing that he can do or whatever?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Anyways, BioShock movie is in the works in Netflix, which I feel like went into development like 15 years ago when that game came out.
Yeah, in the 50s when it was set.
Who was the dude who was originally on it? He did that. He's a French guy, maybe. Gore Verbinski.
Gore Verbinski?
I'm pretty sure Gore Verbinski was going to do BioShock at one point.
Did he do one or more Pirates of the Caribbean movies?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Which ones? Who knows?
Some of them.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Let's ask him.
Do
you have him on the line?
I've got him on the line. Let's ask him that, and let's ask him like a really loaded question about Marvel movies. Let's get another guy offside. Let's get him real good.
Really good stuff. Anyways.
Should I hang up on Verbinski?
Oh, yeah, fuck him. Thanks for holding the line, but we don't.
Hello. Hello.
Look, I forgot. Look, I'm not interested anymore. I'm sorry. We don't have time. Anyway.
This is my accent, I assume. Maybe I'm Belgian. I don't know.
Anyway, Tom Holland opened up to Seth Meyers about his pitch for Little James Bond boy.
Oh.
Remember this? And he said...
James Bond Jr.?
Yeah. So I pitched this idea for the movie. I'm going to do the voice this week if you don't mind.
Please do.
So I pitched this idea for
I'll give you the vocoder. Here we go.
Which is kind of a stupid idea. Or essentially, you wouldn't tell the audience that it was a James Bond movie until the end. But from a marketing point of view, that's a nightmare. Like they don't make any sense.
Did he become Italian for a second there?
That's right. Like that doesn't make any sense. I like the idea of doing a spy movie and then at the end revealing it's a James Bond movie. But yes, that is a mistake to market it that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah. And I think if people were watching a Tom Holland spy thriller and then at the end he went, I'm James Bond, people would be very upset.
Sure, yeah.
But I also enjoy that. I think that would be pretty... What if at the end of Uncharted he just went, I'm actually James Bond?
What we did is we purchased... He's explaining this to the audience. What we did is we purchased the rights to
Go to the
Uncharted.
voice. Go to the voice.
Okay. What we did is we bought the rights
Listen
to
up,
Uncharted,
everybody.
and then we just threw away everything and said, "But I'll be James Bond at the end." That'd be funny. Just completely burn one franchise for the sake of this stupid reveal.
And you might be thinking, were there any hints along the way that I was James Bond? No, there was none. There wasn't a single thing. Anyway, that would be so funny. Anyway.
If we had the keys to some movie studios, we wouldn't have them for very long. We would be fired.
We'd get one out, though. We'd make
get
something
one out,
insane.
yeah. See, when you say it would be a mistake to reveal it'll be a James Bond at the end.
For money, it would be.
I think it would be for Tom if it was Tom Holland, and I think. But I don't know. I wonder if word of mouth would spread. Like, I wonder if we live in... It's such a risk-averse industry that maybe people will be like, oh, this
might be right.
Excuse me, what happens at the end of it?
Especially if it's good.
Yeah, if people are like, this movie's so good, you never bloody believe what happens at the end of it.
The only example I can think of that is that Split... It might be Split, it might be another one, is an Unbreakable sequel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a recent example because on
the movie
a big
Psycho.
The movie Psycho.
Yes. Well, you think it's about...
oh, okay, yeah. No,
lady,
I mean as in like it's actually a part of a franchise.
Oh, I see, right.
Like Split was...
Oh, okay, sure.
In the M. Night Shyamalan universe.
Well, Psycho is obviously part of the Psycho franchise.
That's true.
Original Psycho and then Vince Vaughn Psycho.
Yes.
And Hesh Psycho.
Hesh Psycho. So there you go. Why did they
Which are just, it's not a remake. No. It's two identical incidences with identically named people.
Really?
That happen in different decades,
That's very bizarre.
Yeah.
Anyway, good work, Tom Holland. I like your thinkings. Anyways, Barbara Broccoli said in regards to the new James Bond, nobody is in the running.
Ooh.
We're working out where to go with him. We're talking that through. There isn't a script, and we can't come up with one until we decide how we're going to approach the next film because, really, it's a reinvention of Bond. We're reinventing who he is, and that takes time. I'd say that filming is at least 2 years away.
Now, obviously here, if there's any point where the internet's going to melt down, it's the point where she said, this is a reinvention of Bond. We're going to reinvent him.
It was like a GameSpot, like Facebook post, and it was just like, what, they're going to make him woke? What, they're going to put him in a dress? What, are they going to make him a giraffe? Or, etc.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be an attack helicopter. Look at me. I've thought of the thing, a new
I mean, first
thing.
of all, that'd be freaking sick, obviously. just chopping around in his tuxedo, little bow tie on the
going
front
up
of the
to the
helicopter.
bar, and it's just like
Sweeping all the glasses off the counter, yeah.
just cutting through all the patrons.
About martini sugar. Sorry, what? Sorry, what, sir? What do you want? Your rotors are spinning very fast, sir. I don't. Pretty good. But I think what they mean is we're just.
They always reinvent too.
Yeah, but and then they also mean like reinventing MI6 headquarters.
Well, that's true.
That's
They've
what
got
they
to have
mean.
a new steel
It's
and
just
glass.
going to be a new look. What they mean is a new look and more brand connections. It's like, what's his new watch going to be? What's his new suit going to be?
That's probably true.
Because we've also seemingly reached the point of like nobody is going to release a thing and just go, you, the audience, don't know what you want. We have faith in this. We'll tell you what you want, and it's this thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think it could do well, but I think they're too focused on saying, okay, well, the market research says they only love Daniel Craig as James Bond, and they hate everything else, and they're going to hate a new woke version. They're going to hate the version where he's a helicopter, even though it's freaking sick.
The version, you're right. The version they pick will have, like, even if it is a shot in the dark at something, it will be a calculated risk.
Correct.
Yeah. And that's fun.
It is fun, I think.
Yeah.
We're all having fun.
What if he was too woke though, Mason? I saw things like, he's not even going to kiss a woman because he has to ask permission. Well, yeah, he should. Like that's good. You shouldn't just grab people and kiss
You
them.
shouldn't, yes. You should wait for a signal of some kind.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like a big buzzing sign.
Yeah, like a big buzzing sign.
Yeah, cool. Great, excellent.
Oh, one vegan martini, please.
Oh, he would, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would. He would, absolutely would.
Yeah.
One macrobiotic vegan martini
Let's be real. Martini.
with Yakult in it. It's filled with Yakults.
It's a
Do
brand
Americans have Yakult? I don't
I
know.
don't know. It's a that'd be a brand deal. Though,
Yeah, that'd be a brand deal.
Yeah.
They got $200 million from Yakult. So it has to be Yakult presents James Bond 007.
Imagine all the ads. Oh man, I feel like I'm going to shit myself. I'll have this Yakult. My gut
James Bond's got IBS now.
My gut flora and fauna is all out of whack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we've got The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yes.
That's the Nicolas Cage movie where he plays himself, where he goes to a private island because the guy hires him because he's bankrupt and the guy's a big Nicolas Cage fan. He has to reenact all his movies or something.
Yes.
And what's his name's in it? I was going to say Oscar Isaac, but not him. Pedro Pascal.
Pascal.
I say that because they're brothers, maybe. I don't know.
They seem to get along.
They seem to get
in a way
along.
that brothers might.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
It's really nice.
I like nice things.
They did Ethan Hawke and Oscar Isaac did a little video where they watched the Moonlight
I didn't
trailer.
watch that. What was that like?
I mean, it was just them going, ooh.
We're in this.
Yeah.
That's
hey, look,
me.
that's us. Hey.
That's us. That must be nice when you're acting after all these years and you see yourself in a thing. You're like, that's us.
That's us.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me doing
Now
this.
look at you.
Now look at you. I'm like you next to me. Mate.
Well, you're here as well. Are we in a movie now?
You're filming this. Do we have to watch this later?
Who are these guys?
It's them.
I'll take it.
Because they're being filmed.
This is us.
Anyways, Kenobi.
Before sunrise.
Maybe Kenobi in May. They reckon maybe for Star Wars Day.
Who's been cast in this recently? Ewan McGregor's actual wife. What's her name again?
Oh, Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
She's in something.
Yeah,
she's in a Star Wars thing coming out. Ahsoka? Right.
That's cool.
But is she going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi's real wife, secret wife?
Oh my God, I would love
that be
Ben
fun?
Kenobi to have a secret wife.
Right.
No, she's
Because in a way, she's his secret
I mean,
wife.
unless they age her up, she's too old. She'd be too young. But then again, he's an old dog, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
You know, he gets a bit lonely out in the desert and etc.
Yeah.
You know what I'm really...
You know you're an old dog. Well, of course I know. That's me. An old dog, a dirty dog. I'm a dirty dog.
I don't like
Hello
this.
there.
I don't like this Kenobi. I don't like it.
Do you think I can ruin your expectations for Obi-Wan Kenobi by the time it comes
Being a
out?
creep?
By being dirty old Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Peeping Ben Kenobi.
Yes,
I
please.
think there was a weekly letter posters
that's
on it
right.
already. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Mason.
You go on.
This series is not just called Kenobi. Who knew? Not me. Anyways, what did you think of this trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi? He's back.
I didn't learn a lot about Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What do you want to know?
Oh.
But of course, the big reveal of Kenobi and what he's up to is Peepin' Ben Kenobi. He's back. He's giving Luke a look and he's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Let me watch what you're doing. I have to. Legally, I have to do this.
Got to have a bit of a poke around, have a look around.
Can I just rummage through these drawers? Not drawers. Like, with you know what I mean, basically.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But then he has to go off-world, of course.
Yeah, because
Some
otherwise,
Inquisitors are coming down.
and also because otherwise it's just another desert planet. It's
I can
boring.
handle that either, quite frankly. I don't think I need another 6
I mean,
episodes.
it's not just a desert planet. It's the classic desert planet.
That's true. Well, there's others, but yeah, you're right, exactly. There's 2 others. Now, what we don't get in the trailer...
Can I just come in and wash my hands? It's very dry out there.
The water's very rare. Like, it's not...
I
Why
won't-
do you need to wash them anyway? What have you been doing?
Just take a little bit of water.
There is a comic where he stops Jabba the Hutt's henchmen because they're stealing water.
Okay.
And he's like, no, thank you. I'm going to put a stop to this. But just quietly. I'm not going to use a bigger lightsaber. Bigger than his regular lightsaber. But he's got a bigger one that he uses for extreme occasions. But, yeah, what was I going to say? So
I don't know, James.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, great.
So he's back to do that.
Well, I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for everybody. I'm excited for Ewan McGregor doing Hot Ones, but he has to do it in character as Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think that'll be good.
Can I have some water, please? No, we're doing the whole thing like in character, so you can't have water.
Oh, the bomb.
Yeah.
The bomb here.
So is it true you were looking at a little boy for like 19 years? Well, technically, yes, that was. You just give me a minute. I can't think.
It's just hit me now. It just sneaks in there. Oh, speaking of sneaking,
keep your hands away from your eyes, etc. and so forth. How that show goes. How that very successful show goes.
Can I have some blue milk, please? I'll just
okay, that's canon. You can have that. But it's because, of course, Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming back to television. Finally, Mason. He's making his television return.
Finally.
Famous TV show character, Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's a Star Wars book called Star Wars Brotherhood by Mike Chen.
It's called Star Wars Brotherhood by Mike Chen.
Yes, that's right.
Do they explain who Mike Chen is in the
They
comic
don't
book?
explain it at all. He never comes up.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird. But it's set at the very beginning of the Clone Wars, so right after Star Wars Episode 2. I'm doing an audio book because I love how they put in the music and sound effects.
Ooh.
And I want to see...
Boy, oy, 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 oy.
I want to see if the person reading it...
It's time to get my lightsaber out. A boy, oy, 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 oy.
Oh, wait. That's...
Oh, who's this?
It's getting late,
Mason. Is this one of our famous characters, James?
Yeah, Obi-Wan has an erection, the character, yes.
I'm back. Rude Obi-Wan Kenobi. You thought I was God, but I've returned. Anakin. Do you remember Order 66, Anakin?
Yes, I was involved
What
heavily.
if it was 3 more, Anakin? That's right, Anakin. Order 69. Portions for 2, Anakin.
Yes.
What do you think about that? That's the sex number even a long time ago in a galaxy
This is
far,
as he's
far
like
away.
trying to crawl out of the lava. Stop!
Anakin, look. He's still trying to crawl lava. And Anakin, look, I'm holding my lightsaber down by my crotch and I'm waggling it like it's a big willy. What do you think about that?
It's very unpleasant. It's rude.
I'm rude, everyone.
I know.
Anyways, very rude.
I can tell, yeah.
Tell me more about this.
Anyways, Variety article.
Is this anything to do with Hayden Christensen?
Which, the article?
Just generally.
Not
Because he's
really.
in a lot of the marketing materials, which
Yeah.
suggests to me that,
He's in it as himself a lot?
yeah. What am I doing here? It's me, Hayden Christensen. How did I get stuck in the Star Wars universe?
I'm trapped. I've been dead for 10 years. They brought me back. What do you think? All right. I don't know what the whole stick looks like.
I'm here to teach you typing.
I think they're going to do at least one flashback
Yeah.
and a bunch of like his helmet comes off and you see him out of the suit or whatever.
Sure.
And he's like, ooh, I'm still sore from that thing that happened to me.
My lips are so chapped.
Can I have a drink?
You have any of that beeswax lip balm?
Do they have bees? Oh,
They
they
do
do.
have bees.
We put them in that thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hang on, I'm just going to take my jumper off because it's hotter
There we
than I
go.
thought. There we go. Okay. So a couple of things. There's a bunch of things here. First of all, John Watts, who you might know as the director of Spider-Man movies.
Just wanted to say you now have a very like improv troupe vibe. You got a sort
Thank
of a
you.
long sleeve black shirt on. It's,
And you're dabbing.
no, you're dabbing.
No, I'm not. Just to clarify, Mason.
Oh, you're
dabbing.
doing some improv. I see.
No, you're.
He's literally doing a dab though. I can
you
see
keep
it.
doing it.
No, he's.
But people don't dab anymore, Mason.
Here's the thing, James. I love doing a dab, but I'll do it on my own time. Thank you very much. I'll do it on my own. Like, don't say that I'm doing a dab when I'm not. It dilutes the power of me doing a dab. A daggy dab.
Will we see a second dab from you by the end of this episode?
Maybe.
So you did the first one already?
No, but
Just
I'll
then.
do two.
Okay.
I'll do two.
And there was one more trailer, Mason, for Andor, which is apparently going to be just 2 seasons, 12 episodes in each.
Oh, a mere 24 episodes.
That's
okay.
right. It's going to be set 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Love it.
Despite him being dead by then. But it's
That's
the
right.
perfect time period when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that the Imperial officers have matching like Imperial keep cups. I thought that was good.
That's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are they drinking in there? I think they call it calf. Like, give me some calf,
Yes,
they
yes.
say.
Yeah, that's right.
And a hot chocolate. Because that exists
I'd
in
love
the
a
Star Wars
calf,
universe.
but if you don't have a calf, I'll have a t. That's a T.
Terrific.
It's always fascinating what words they will decide the Star Wars universe will just be
Yeah.
English words and stuff they have to
Like,
invent.
see you in hell.
See you in hell, for
Yeah.
example.
I think-
Or Carrie Fisher. I'm
Carrie
over
Fisher.
here.
There was,
Or like they'll say like laser,
yeah.
but they'll go, I'll have a glass of calf, please. You could just say coffee, I think.
I think they say blaster. Oh, no, Death Star laser. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's also, for the Thrawn trilogy, there was
Can I have some international roast, please? Can I have a cup of Tatooine international roast?
I want a Pods coffee from a Pods machine.
Oh,
There was,
now that's pod coffee.
There was a controversy when the Thrawn trilogy came out because Luke has a hot chocolate in it. Do you remember?
I do remember that.
I don't
yes.
remember the controversy, but I know that since then there's been controversy.
Yes.
And I think chocolate is still canon in the Star Wars
That's
universe. So, but there's a fucking iguana in Empire Strikes Back, So there's just some Earth stuff there, Anyway.
Do you think? Okay, just hear me out, James. Mug, Imperial logo, and it says, "Don't talk to me until I've had my calf." What do you think about that?
It probably exists.
Better exist.
Yeah. It's on Redbubble.
But if Darth Vader sees you with it, he'll execute you.
Because it's his mug?
Yeah.
Great.
He took his mug.
Do you reckon he could drink up hot coffee? I don't think he could.
No, you'd have to pour it into one of his chest vents.
So he'd lie flat
Yep, that's right.
on the staff
Not
staff
flat,
bench.
slightly head slightly down because there's no like motive power to get it. It can't. If it was flat, he'd have to wait for it to drizzle in. So he has to do head like he's doing a beer bong or something like that.
Pour it into his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could somebody please wipe down this bench after I'm done with my morning calf? But don't talk to me before I've poured my morning calf into one of my chest cavities.
But don't talk to me after my morning cat either.
We also see
Just don't.
Clone Wars flashbacks. And we also see the Senate very briefly.
Yeah, right.
So I guess they fixed all that stuff that fell down in there. God. You'd go into that room and be like, you remember when Yoda and the Emperor have a big fight? Be like, what the fuck happened here?
What did you do, Yoda?
Well, he was gone at that point. Maybe that's why he left. He's like, shit, I gotta go.
I'm not paying for this. I'm not paying for any of this.
Just see if they'll find me. They won't find me. I'm never coming back.
Yeah, Yoda's leaving, and one of the clone troopers is like, Yoda, you're leaving because you're in fear of the power of the dark side of the Force? Yeah, man, that's why I'm leaving. Yeah. Did you not go into that room for like 20 minutes?
It looks really good, I think.
Yeah, it does.
Mason, let's do Star Wars
Okay.
news.
Okay, great.
First
Not
up,
do a Star Wars?
do you want to do a Star Wars?
It seems like a lot of work in retrospect.
Like, also, you'd get fired. You wouldn't be able to finish it.
It's true.
And then people would ask you about it for the rest of your life, but you never did it. So you'd be
true.
sad that you didn't do it, and people are still asking you about it.
Yeah.
The worst of both worlds.
It is very true.
Yeah. Anyway, what would have your Star Wars movie looked like?
Star Wars, first one.
I would have done Star with
I
a
would have
gun.
done a live action remake.
No, Star with a gun,
Live
Mason.
action remake.
Star with a gun.
Crime procedural, but it's Star Wars. But it's just the first Star Wars.
Just the first Star Wars
It's just
again?
a couple of like cops with a notebook following all the protagonists around. They show up like in
Okay.
the next scene and they're just like a Tatooine. It's like, so what you're saying is they got in a ship, they got an old ship, and then they just took off.
Okay.
Well, we don't actually have the budget to
you have-
follow them. So
Did you get the number plate of the ship?
they don't. None of these things have number plates.
Oh. We should know that, shouldn't we? Because
You should. You
we're
are.
from here.
Yeah.
We're from Star Wars.
Yeah, we're from Star Wars. We're the Star Wars police.
This is separate from the Empire.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Okay, so you're saying that an old man, he had a laser sword and he cut your arm off with it. Can you?
Did you have a number plate?
Okay, thanks for your statement. Can you sign? Oh, your arm's been cut off. So
We're not with the Empire.
we're separate. We're local council. That's what we are essentially.
Yeah. We got a trailer for Andor. Also, if you go on Disney, there's like a 10-minute special look at it.
Oh.
Where they go behind the scenes and they go, this is Star Wars for real.
Okay.
It does look very good, actually.
It does, yeah.
It looks kind of great. As someone who thought the end of Rogue One, like that battle is incredible, I'll take some Rogue One fleshing out.
Yes.
I'll take 5 years of Star Wars leading up to to when Rogue One starts. And I guess it's also, you probably know this, but this is mostly real, I think. Like real locations.
Star Wars is real?
Star Wars is real. Real location, real sets.
Great.
And all of that. I think very little volume, if any.
That's
apparently.
probably for the best.
I think there's a balance to be struck,
Yeah,
Mason.
but they're not good at striking that balance, are they?
There's a balance to be struck, Mason.
Yes.
So that's good. Now, the first 3 episodes of this.
So you're telling me that they ended up in the trash compactor and it just kept. Is there no safety switch on the?
Who are they asking this?
Some guy, I don't know.
Is this before the Death
They're
Star
asking
blows
Darth
up?
Vader. So, Mr. Vader, you're saying there's no safety switch there's no safety on the trash compactor. We are going to have to issue you a $75 fine.
Credit.
No, dollars.
Okay. That would be significantly harder to pay, you know?
Yeah.
So the first 3 episodes of this are going up on September 21st.
Ooh,
So that's good.
it's pretty close.
That means they have faith in it or don't have faith in it.
It's impossible to say at this point. Maybe it's an elaborate double game.
Yeah.
But like, oh God, this sucks. But if we release 3, people
will
will think that we think it's good.
Yeah.
And the initial reactions will be positive somehow.
Or it's really, because it's really slow and boring and it gets good in the last 10 minutes of the 3rd episode.
Yeah.
So if we get them to that, then we've got goodwill.
Yeah. Also, some of it is going to default to playing at 1.5 speed.
Oh, I love that.
No matter what.
I really love that, Mason. The Mandalorian Season 3 got a trailer as well. It's
true.
going to be out February of 2023.
All your old favourites are back.
Go on.
Mando.
Yep.
Mando's friend.
Grogu.
Who's like Mando. Now the other guy.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I was in Rocky.
Yes.
Some of them.
I was in some of the Rockies.
I was killed in Rocky 4, I want to say.
Yeah, I was hit a lot of times in the head and I died.
Yeah. Anyway, they punched me into the Star Wars universe.
That's right.
I got reincarnated.
Grogu.
Grogu. Yeah. So I think I'd be anticipating this more if we didn't get 2 of these episodes in Boba Fett where he got Baby Yoda back.
So what you're saying is that you were punched to death by Dolph Lundgren and you were then punched into this universe. I've just checked the books and there is a $75 fine attached to that. So
That's pretty rough.
there you have.
Did he arrive as a grown man and naked like he's from the Terminator world or whatever?
Yes, he
God,
did.
that's brutal.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. What a confusing universe. So yeah, again, February 2023. It's a good show.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, we're going to talk a little bit about Obi-Wan as well and a bit later. And speaking of,
Yes.
at bigsandwich.co, which is our bonus subscription service, like our private Patreon, we have a bunch of extra stuff we do there. This week was Comic Book Club, and we looked at some very strange Obi-Wan comics
Yes,
from the past.
Yes, some
Yeah.
no longer in continuity Obi-Wan
Yes, you are
comics.
correct.
Some wild speculation from comic book writers and artists in the past as to
What's anything?
of the dark history of Obi-Wan. What could it really be?
Yeah,
Something weird.
something weird, exactly. We looked at a couple of stories there. Anyways, this story that...
Not a man working in a meat factory.
No, certainly not.
Every day I play a little game. I call it Hide the Meat.
Oh, everyone. You're awful.
Uncle Owen, are you familiar with this game?
You're awful wherever you go.
Uncle Owen, do you want to see my hidden meat?
No.
Uncle Owen, sometimes I get my hidden meat out on the space bus and I say, hello there. Do you want a little taste of my hidden meat? You can have a little nibble and then you can perhaps have a big mouthful. I'm rude Obi-Wan Kenobi.
My allegiance isn't to democracy, it's to hidden meat. What an awful character you've created that I can't veto.
He's so rude, this guy.
He's so
Why is he
rude.
so weird?
I don't like him.
I don't like him either.
He gets ruder every week. Anyways,
I put my little meat in a little packet.
Mason,
Go on.
BuzzFeed News. Is this good?
Yeah, I love BuzzFeed.
Okay,
News.
great.
Yeah.
You're right.
We're doing a BuzzFeed quiz after this?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
How many apples are there? Which apples are this?
Oh my God.
Which apples
What if
are
that-
this?
I would love that. If it's not what Pokemon are you or whatever, it's just like, how many apples are there? And you can't, you don't pick from 4, you have to enter a number.
Seth Green.
Do you remember?
Probably.
We've almost certainly talked about this. Do you remember there's a game designer called Peter Molyneux?
Yeah, I
And
know him.
he's made various games and like they're very, very well regarded generally.
No, they're not.
Well, I mean, not lately.
He lies.
Not
He just-
no, he is. He's all hyperbole. But he did that. He created this thing that was like, what's in the cube? And everybody, it was like a giant.
yeah.
It was a giant cube, and it had it was composed of like a billion other cubes. And
Oh, Mr. Beast, I made a real billion cube. Come on,
Mr. Beast, no, you've gone too far.
it's too late.
It's too dense. It's like a black hole. It's sucking the earth into it. Mr. Beast. But the idea was you would go to this website that had this billion cube on it,
Yeah.
and you would just click the cube, and the cubes would disappear, and it would break down into layers.
Yes.
and at the end there was there was a prize, and whoever got to the last layer got a prize, and it was a life-changing prize.
What was it?
Nothing. No, the prize was
Wasn't it you had to keep it a secret or something?
no. The prize was that was a different. That was
different cube.
That was a different cube, probably.
I've created 2 cubes on Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, no.
They're thrown off the orbit of the Earth, Mr. Beast. What have you done?
It's going to get a lot of views, though. We should have built the cube. But the prize was that you would be that whoever got to the center would become the god in this upcoming game that he created called
Okay.
Goddess. And you would make decisions about the game, but also you would get a share of the profits from the game. So that was the life-changing element. But I don't think they ever made the game.
I'm shocked.
I don't think they finished the game.
I'm
so,
really
So
surprised.
some guy who spent like months of his life clicking this
Maybe
cube.
he was the last guy who just came in
Yeah,
and went,
maybe he was. Yeah, that's true.
blink. That's
Yeah.
mine. Yeah.
Nice. I'll just give this a go. Click. Oh,
Yeah.
I won.
I won.
I'm
Terrific.
the god of goddess. Why was I talking about that? I can't
BuzzFeed
remember.
News, but apples.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
How many
So-
apples?
You just got to input a number.
So Seth Green's kidnapped bored ape has been returned to its original owner, ending weeks of frantic speculation as to the
I'm
whereabouts
already applauding. That's
and the
terrific stuff.
intentions of its alleged abductor, a pseudonym NFT collector known as Mr. Cheese. Green,
Nice. Mr. Cheese, no.
Green confirmed to
My apes, Mr. Cheese.
Green confirmed to BuzzFeed News that the ape is home. So that's great. He got his ape back that he created for a show that he is also creating. But also, it's seen if you look through all the, because every transaction can be tracked if you know the
Yeah, right.
wallet identities or whatever the fuck. Don't at me. I don't give a fuck how that works. Green transferred 165 Ether or approximately $297,000 to the address operated by the NFT trader in exchange for his ape. So there you go.
I'm actually
He paid $300,000 for a thing that he is his.
terrific.
That
I love
was
it.
his already.
That's great. I love it. That's terrific. I am now excited to see the show.
You saw the trailer.
I mean, that's kind of the whole show, yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to see it now.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're not going to watch it.
I'll watch one
I
episode.
have to get it through a weird blockchain something or whatever.
Oh, that's a good point. It won't just be on a streaming service, will it?
Yeah, it'll be weird.
Okay.
It'll go through a weird website.
Or I could watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It'll immediately just be on YouTube.
You're probably
I reckon.
right.
Yeah.
There you go. So Fast X. We didn't mention this last week, but Fast 10 is called Fast X. As an affront to God, they went with the title Fast X.
Yeah.
On purpose, right?
Oh, as opposed to Fast 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Anyways, somebody must have been upset because Justin Lin, the director of this movie and 4 to 5 others. Now, people have speculated and it has been said that it's probably
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel. not like Vin Diesel kicked him out, but there has been there's been a clash because I mean, it is Vin Diesel's franchise at this point.
Yeah, I guess
you know
that's
what I mean?
true, yeah.
Like he is like him or not.
Yeah.
He runs that show.
I feel I read somewhere there's some stipulation that Vin Diesel cannot direct this movie.
Oh, why is that?
I don't know. But
I've
I just read it on Twitter, so it must be true.
But
I mean, the idea, obviously when a star is, the iconic image of a movie or a movie franchise.
yeah.
In a lot of ways, even if they aren't directing it, in a lot of ways they are
Absolutely
directing
true.
it,
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
like Tom Cruise
Yeah.
doesn't direct the Mission Impossible movies, but I imagine.
But does he?
Great question. I imagine he gets a vast amount of input into how those are put together. The new one's called Dead Reckoning.
Oh, we're going to talk about that.
okay,
Yeah,
great.
but thanks for getting ahead of me, Mason.
You're welcome.
That's not your one bit of news.
You're welcome, James.
So I don't know if you saw this. This was actually as production started. This is Vin Diesel in what looks like a hostage situation.
Oh, is that
talking
Justin
to
Lin?
Justin Lin. So here we go. I'm going to play this for you.
Okay.
What do you think, Justin?
Week 1. Just finished week 1.
How does it feel?
Feels like the beginning of an epic ending.
Is it fair to say that this will be the best one?
In my heart, yes.
Had you not seen that?
Unbelievable.
Had you not seen that?
No, I'd never seen that before. That's great.
So that was a week ago.
That's incredible. Okay, wow.
Ooh.
Vin, you know you can
If we did sound bites, my God, I'd put that straight on the board.
Vin, you know you could take a second take of that. You're a movie man. You know you could take a second take. And if one of your actors, director Justin Lin, was clearly like, I mean, I guess.
We're doing it to the best.
I guess it's going to be good. I don't know.
Woo!
Incredible.
Yeah, really good stuff. So yeah, look, also, it's in Universal's best interest to kind of move this along. They could just get, I'd imagine, a second unit director to step in, somebody who's been on these movies for a long time. You know what I mean? A lot of people have suggested Ron Howard, like he did for Solo, and he's done car movies before. Solo's got a car chase, but he did the movie Rush. You know what I mean? And he's really good at apparently establishing a mood. But you need to bring in somebody who Vin
Diesel can vibe with.
Can walk over,
Yeah,
I was going to say, you know?
He can vibe with, and who's got that drip. And Ron Howard's got that drip.
He certainly does.
He's got a puffy vest, probably,
And a baseball cap. And he's got Clint Howard with him.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine that that little vlog there with Ron Howard in it?
I think he'd be cool with it.
Yeah, probably.
I'm just happy to be here.
No.
I really should do some
Yeah.
soundboard stuff, you know? Anyway, that's interesting. Good stuff. Mason,
Go on.
Ghostbusters 2 news by the official Ghostbusters revelation. It's going to be called Ghostbusters Afterlife 2. I know
Nice.
that's not true, actually. But there was this tweet that says, the last time we saw Ecto 1, it was driving back into Manhattan, the home of Ghostbusters.
Hell yeah.
And there's a date for the new movie, which is December 2023.
Too many 20s in that. I didn't like it.
So the end of next year. Does that help?
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
That's great. We should be back from our break by then, luckily.
Hopefully, sure. Unless we get used to that, that luxury.
I am worried that I'm going to get used to it. Just be like, oh, why don't I do this every day?
No, you would get used to it, but I have the paranoia that every millisecond we're not recording stuff.
Yeah.
We're losing listeners.
Oh, well, that's fine. Yeah, cool. I don't mind. I don't mind, Mason.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's going back to New York. Do we have any
Yes.
plot details or anything like that?
Yes, it said that's where our story begins. The code name is Firehouse.
Nice, because they work out of a fire.
What I love about Ghostbusters is that it's not a very good franchise on the whole.
Sure.
And all their terrible fans hate me.
I sure do.
That's my favorite
No, I
thing.
like that also, because that brings all the heat off me.
Yeah.
You know?
You say one time that Ghostbusters 2016 is funnier than Ghostbusters 2, and all of a sudden you've got all these 50-year-old men.
James, you're saying it again. You've just said it again.
Yeah, but I only said that because it's true. People need to get past the fact that the original Ghostbusters are in Ghostbusters 2 because it's not a funny movie. I'm not saying the 2016 one is a very funny movie because it's not, but it is a funnier movie than that. All comedy is subjective, but that is obviously right. And the best Ghostbusters sequel is the newest one.
I see what you're doing here,
Which
James.
was crap also.
You're angling for a 20-minute outraged response video from a man dressed in a Slimer costume. and it's not going to happen, all right? Lightning can only strike once, James, or something is the expression.
You liked the last one, didn't you?
I did like the last one.
Yeah,
It was a lot
I thought
of
it was
fun.
all right, yeah.
I mean,
But then they just did Ghostbusters 1. Remember it hit the halfway point and then they just went demon dogs and dimensions and whatever. And
so I
Zool's
think
back.
what they want here is they want to bring it back to New York, but they give us a new adventure in New York. But that's Force Awakens. They had to do to do a soft reboot that is also a sequel. So and that's what they did. And I think they pulled it off. But we got to get back to New York. We got to do a new adventure in New York.
Yep.
Maybe there's something under a bridge.
I liked all the new stuff in the new one. Like I liked
James,
the
maybe
new
there's something
characters.
under a bridge.
Well, like what?
Troll?
A troll.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's great.
Or an angry New Yorker.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're bloody one and the same, am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, all right, everybody?
You are right.
Yeah.
Or they could just. What about Ghostbusters regional adventures? They
So
just
they've
go out
got-
to some town and they're like, oh, the townsfolk are like, oh, there's a ghost.
They
He's down
did
in the
that.
old way. Yeah, I know. But most of
The
these
last
are,
one was Ghostbusters Regional Adventure.
Most of these are crank calls, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's, what, an hour and a half of just like, this is nothing.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
at the end,
Then they're like, by the
"Oh."
way, we need call out fees $5,000. Then they got run out of town.
And then at the end, they're like, oh, there was a ghost under this bridge. And they go, zap.
Yes.
And
yes,
then it's
exactly.
over.
Yeah. mhm.
Great. Anyway, I can't wait to enter this discourse again. Mason, it's time for one bit of Mason's news.
Here's a bit of news that I thought you would enjoy, James.
I love news.
It's from stereogum.com. Mm-hmm. Billy Joel biopic greenlit without the rights to Billy Joel's likeness, name, or music.
I love it.
A real Jackie Jomp Jomp situation. But I just...
Who's doing it? Who's making
okay,
this?
so a Billy Joel biopic, Piano Man, has been greenlit by Michael Jai White's Gigantic Studios with Adam Ripp on board to write and direct.
He could be a good God of War.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a good Billy Joel. Right? The catch, according to Variety, Joel is not involved in the project and will not grant rights to his name, likeness, life story, or music.
So what are we doing here?
Well, it'll follow Billy Joel's early years from being discovered by his first manager, Irvin Mazur, at age 16. Gigantic, meanwhile, has instead acquired the rights to Mazur, who managed Joel from 1965 to 1972. So maybe it's a biopic about his manager. So it's just the adventures of his manager managing a superstar musician who we never see.
That's
and
awful.
none of his life is explained.
There was that, I was going to say, there was another example of that recently. It was that Bowie movie.
Yeah.
Where it was Bowie's life, but they couldn't do any of his music.
Yeah.
Or probably even call him David Bowie.
It was called David Yowie. And he was an animated Yowie. Adam Ripp on board to write and direct. Adam Ripp is the son of Artie Ripp, who produced and famously botched Joel's first solo album, Cold Spring Harbor. Joel has publicly blamed the commercial failure of this album on Ripp.
What?
And then
And now his son is directing
directing a movie about him, but who can't use any element of
That
this
is
man's
what is
life.
happening.
But it's also going to be about the manager, maybe? This guy says, Billy Joel has been a part of my life since my father signed him to his record label when I was 4 years old. His music is ingrained in my DNA, and it's been a dream of mine as a filmmaker to explore and celebrate the untold story of how Billy Joel became the Piano Man. Except we can't say Billy Joel or Piano Man or use any of his music.
It's gonna lead up to like, I think I've got an idea, and then you'll sit at a piano.
Oh, and
then
then
it
his
will cut.
one finger will
Yeah.
go down to the key, and then it will cut.
Yeah.
Fade to black.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. Then it says God of War.
Why would you make that?
I don't know. It's amazing.
Like,
but
no
I'm
one's gonna see it.
so excited to see what they come up with, though.
Yeah,
Given
I mean,
that,
you're not gonna watch it though, are you?
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. But I just want to. I'm excited for those reviews. I'm excited for when this comes out, and it's like,
Just why? Why did you do this?
What the guy's name is going to
Is
be?
this is this a dare? Is it vengeance?
Is it a producer's style
Yeah.
attempt to rid yourself of a bunch of money for insurance purposes?
Billy Joel's music is in my DNA,
Yep.
which we cannot use.
That's right.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
some kind of legal loophole where if you say it's in your DNA, you can use some of
Oh
the
yeah,
music.
sure.
That's why he's doing
It's
it.
like you can say, "Oh well, I can say those jokes because I'm actually part Billy Joel."
Exactly.
You know?
Or I've got a friend who's Billy Joel, so I can...
I can say but my friend who is Billy Joel said I could say all these horrible slurs. Billy Joel said I could say,
about Billy Joel.
yeah.
Terrific.
Yeah,
that's
anyway.
that's a great one bit of news.
I know, right?
Could you bring one bit of news every week?
I would love to bring one bit of news.
I feel like that's not going to happen.
It might,
But if you could,
I'll try.
I love a surprise bit of news.
I'll try to bring a bit of news.
There we go.
But will it be the same high standard as the first bit of news?
That's the thing about bits of news. You can't, they're going to be all over the place.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like life, peaks and troughs,
I
man.
suspect it's going to end up as an animated feature where it's literally a man who is also a piano. Also, I reckon you probably couldn't even use Piano Man
As the name.
because he's like so associated with the
Well,
the
if you did it
concept.
like, if it's Piano Man, the song, if you put them together, you could probably use it.
Piano Man.
It's one word.
Nice.
Or it's the other way. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what the actual song. Yeah. Wow. One news. So Total Film they spoke to Christopher Nolan about his upcoming movie Oppenheimer, which is of course about the creation of the first nuclear weapon.
It's pronounced nuclear.
Nuclear, man.
The atom bomb.
The atom bomb. Thank you. That's much easier. And what Christopher Nolan is up to. So one of the things he's going to do in that movie is replicate the Trinity test, which was the first nuclear weapon demonstration, which was done in New Mexico. But here's the thing, Mason. Here's the twist.
Oh, no.
People are going wild for this.
No.
He's doing it practically. He's not going to use any digital effects. So
Oh,
people have
Christopher
been
Nolan.
saying, and we probably joked about this, that like, oh my God, like he's doing a real nuclear explosion.
I don't know if we said this specifically, or maybe somebody on the internet said it and we parroted it like we do. But I think maybe we said something like, given that the pandemic, so many movies shut down, they should have just saved up all the stunt points and have him detonate a real nuclear bomb. You know?
Absolutely, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So
he's going to.
Well, obviously it's not. I mean, it's just called an explosion.
Yes.
I mean, it's going to be spectacular, and apparently you got to get the weather right and all of these different factors to make it look like a nuclear explosion. But he's not just. It's a big explosion.
Now, do you think this is going to be record breaking? Because we've had in the last few years, we've had,
Spectre was
the biggest one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody looked at that and went, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I guess. Well, that's what the people in the shot seem to be doing.
Yeah.
Like the way that Daniel Craig and Leah Seydoux just looked at it just like, yeah, all right.
I mean, there's a fine line between...
Let's go.
There's a fine line between, like, cool guys don't look at explosions and you should... There's something happening, man. You should pay attention to that.
That
you
looks
should have been
hot.
like, Christ on a bike.
You know what?
That singed my ball hairs.
It would have been great if either of those two said Christ on a bike, that singed my balls hair, because they can only do one take.
What?
And so you got to put it in, don't you?
Gotta put it in. Exactly, that's right.
So that's fun. So there you go. I'm looking forward to Oppenheimer. How is he going to twist time this time around, Mason?
I don't think he will, right?
Well, we always say that,
Okay.
or I always say that, and then he always does somehow.
Oh, I mean, it will be more in the vein of your
Like a
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Than a Tenet.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah, which is a movie also.
I cannot imagine. No, I cannot see him going wacky with time travel. Like the first atom bomb goes off and John Tenet and his mate show up and they're like,
Could you see some kind of slow motion nuclear blast happening, and you see it happening in a weird time way?
oh yeah, 100%.
And there's weird time stuff happening.
sure, yeah,
Maybe there's a counter
yeah.
of how many seconds it's.
Yes.
All the people are obliterated or
Exactly,
something.
yeah.
Wow. Just a counter. It's
Yeah,
just a. Yeah.
We see Cillian Murphy and he's like, Christ on a bike.
That's it.
Correct. Yes.
Ahoy there.
Ahoy.
Yeah.
It's great to be here.
It's good to be nautical themed, isn't it?
Yeah. Is that what we're going with this week?
Yeah, Mason, that's
Right,
the
let's see
thing.
what we-
We're on a boat. And
Oh, you're already
whatever.
tired of the premise.
Yeah.
You're already tired of the premise you
Oh,
invented.
look, it's pirates or whatever. Oh no, we're going to steer this content ship into an iceberg. That's the new DC thing that happened, or
I don't know
etc.
if pirates generally steer their ship into icebergs.
No, we're
Do they
avoiding
have
the
to do it?
pirates. So we're
Oh.
there's pirates.
Are
and
we also pirates?
No, we're regular. We're content ship.
We're a content ship.
We're
Okay,
carrying
let me
content.
map this out. We're a content ship.
Yep.
And we're carrying content and spices to the new world, perhaps.
Yep. Okay, good.
No, from the new world, because the new world is Hollywood.
Okay, yeah. We're taking
And
it back to the masses.
We're taking it back to the masses, the grubby masses back in the mainland. But we have to avoid content pirates.
Yep, sure.
Oh, like pirates.
Yeah, sure,
But
yep.
surely we could just give them the content, and we would we would both
No, there's
have
a
the content.
finite amount of content. It's in
Interesting.
this scenario because I guess it's a metaphor.
Okay.
Or it's a real thing that we're pretending we're
Yeah,
doing.
okay,
It's a
great.
physical thing that we want to avoid giving
Okay,
other
all right.
people. Yeah.
Now, would you suggest perhaps that, despite this very elaborate setup,
Yeah.
this podcast will be exactly the same as all our other podcasts?
I mean, it remains to be seen. I certainly hope that it's smooth sailing all around, Mason.
Very nice, yeah.
But
great.
it remains to be seen.
Okay.
Now, Mason, it's a big week for content, obviously.
Give me a gold.
Oh, no.
I've got a cutlass
So you're a pirate
and a
too?
pistol
Oh, wow.
and a peg leg and a parrot and a big hat.
It's too many.
A lot of jewelry.
You've got too many pirate things.
I've got like those raccoon eyes.
You got to pick two. You know what I mean? It's like
all
the
right.
peg leg and the parrot, and maybe a weapon. Actually, I'll give
Okay,
you
I'm
that.
gonna get rid of the peg leg because I think I want it'll be easier to like
You want regular leg?
want a regular leg to climb up the side of a ship perhaps.
Yeah.
I keep the cutlass because that's cool.
It is cool.
And,
You don't have to reload it. You can just stab.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got a cornetto for after.
Yeah, after you stab me.
Yeah. I'm going to eat the cornetto.
Great.
Yeah. All right, cool.
It's trailers time. Trailers ahoy, everybody. Should we talk about Doctor Strange first?
Yes.
No, I have 2 videos on this. I'm sick of it. What do you think?
Loving it. I want to
I'm
talk about it
sick
for an
of talking
hour.
about it.
I want to talk about it for an hour.
Now, yeah, but people don't know your thoughts.
No, that's true.
So where you
okay,
at?
I guess my question to you, James, is we saw a lot of
I
revelations.
told you, I'm sick of it.
I know, but I want your hot take on
Okay.
it. What in the trailer do you think is an obvious misdirect or lie? Like, what have they CGI'd
How many
out?
people are in those chairs?
Yes, the comic book ones. It's Professor X
Yep.
who is in this, but maybe he's
Well, it's
not.
Patrick Stewart's voice.
It is Patrick Stewart's
and he was
voice.
like, he was interviewed this week and was like, it couldn't have been me because I was watching the Super Bowl. It couldn't have been me. And I'm like, good stuff, Patrick Stewart. Never
Nice.
change. Yeah.
I was eating a hot dog
He does seem
with
surprised by
American mustard on it.
foods. Is that a worse kind of mustard, would you feel?
No,
No?
like an American mustard, sure.
Okay, well, it's each their own. Anyway, go on.
And I washed it down with a Budweiser.
Budweiser.
I would say.
You would say that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah, other like, they've talked about, there's rumors of, like, Ewan Griffith returning as
sure.
his version of Mr. Fantastic, or a version.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know. I saw a quote here from Benedict Cumberbatch this week who says, we can bring our game to
Is that how he started it?
Yeah. I should have just stayed in theatre. Oh,
Yeah.
God. I hate this wig. I hate answering questions. I hate working out. Oh, God. I hate waving my arms around in front of a green screen. Oh, fuck. I look so stupid.
Okay, so the scene where I wake up out of bed and like the sheets come down, I got all my abs and whatever.
Yeah.
Can I just stay under the sheets because I don't want to work out? Just want to stay under the sheets. Can I be like, I don't want to? Can my character be like, I don't want? I just want to stay under the sheets and eat donuts.
I remember that time in Sherlock when they did, like, the Matrix camera thing, and I knew then that, like, I'm on the wrong path. Like, I knew that
Yeah.
this is not the direction I want to go.
I want to be in that play where I fall in love with a horse or whatever. I want to be in that.
That's his first interview for the day.
Yeah.
he's got 10 hours of it.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Do you think we bring a lot of ourselves into these characters that we invent? Just people being fed up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So we can bring.
No, I don't want to just be at home in bed eating donuts. No, absolutely not. Yeah.
What's your, like? I think it's like Spider, like Tobey Maguire's probably going to be in it. If, like, a whole bunch of stuff, I think, because it's Sam Raimi as well.
Oh, of course, yeah.
What's the thing that you're like? It doesn't have to be true, but what's like something you'd love to see? Maybe you're in it. Maybe you fly past the camera.
Oh
Hello,
my goodness.
Weekly Planet Podcast.
Oh, get a little plug
Get
in
a little
there.
plug
Okay,
in
that's
there,
great.
yeah.
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 I'd mess it up. I'd be like, Weekly Planet Podcast. And people are like, what does that mean?
We're not going to Google it though.
Yeah, no. But if you go to Google and you type in Weekly Planet Podcast, it's like, we're not going to help you.
Yeah. Sorry. No.
No.
Yeah.
Gosh. It's a multiverse of madness.
Yeah.
I want to see a live action character interact with an animated character like that Paula Abdul video where she
one?
talks to opposites attract.
I don't remember.
She's in love with MC Scat Cat, who's an animated cat.
Wow, that sounds right up your alley.
Yep. Wait, no.
Cool. It's Monthmius, everybody. We all know that.
That's right.
It's on all our calendars. It's on my Morbius calendar that I obviously have and will continue to have for the rest of my life.
That's true, yes.
So it's always going to be.
Oh, you had one printed for the rest of your life?
Yeah. So no, it's just going to be the 2022 character calendar. I'm just going to keep using it.
Okay, that's
fine with
terrific.
me. Yeah.
Just more and more scrolls over it.
Yep.
Oh, my children have a test that day. I'll just scratch that out because Morbius is coming out.
So anyway, we can play a little game, Mason, and I guess it's kind of a callback or just a call. It's not a back. We do them all the time.
We're getting a call.
Well, you have to guess the review from the whatever.
Okay.
One's for Sonic 2, which is also
Okay.
coming out this week in Australia at least, and the other is for Morbius.
Okay.
So you got to guess, okay?
Okay.
It's by Neil Vag, who says, #Morbius walks a fine tightrope between gothic vampire melodrama and comic book fantasy. Jared Leto embodies Michael Morbius with a dedication no other actor could. The pacing is brisk, and it features some great visual flair.
Oh, is what you've done here is you've changed. Have you changed?
No, I have not changed a single thing.
Huh. Morbius.
Correct.
Nice.
That is as kind as any of these are. That's the kindest one I could find.
I thought you'd done a little bit of homework and you changed, like, James Marsden does a real fun job here, and you've just changed it to
No.
Morbius.
This is from Jeff Vega, who says, I've seen Sonic movie 2 and I already miss it.
Sonic movie
Correct,
2.
that's right. This is from Sab Asterley, who says, well, Morbius is about as bad as you're expecting. A 2005 plot collides with visually confusing CGI to create a bit of a snooze fest. But don't worry, they've saved the worst for last, featuring some of the worst post-credit scenes you've ever seen. Sony are off their rocker.
That's Morbius. What I love about that is just post credits. Like,
how bad could they be?
How bad could they be? Like, for the most part, they are an afterthought, or occasionally it's like, oh my god, it's going to be that character, or whatever. Like, 99% of it's like, oh, it's that character who's going to be in a movie in a year or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But to be like, these are bad and awful. Incredible.
Because even Justice League 2, Justice League Original, had Superman racing the Flash. And it's like, that's fine, right? Anyways, this one's from Kevin Pollowy, who says, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is the Godfather Part 2 of Sonic the Hedgehog movies.
Oh, that's good, but that's Sonic 2.
That's correct. This is from Cameron Howe. Morbius is just as disjointed as boring as you'd expect it to be. Clearly butchered in an edit by a studio who have no clue what they wanted to do with it. Not that there's a good film trapped in there. Mid-credits are a joke, but stick around if you like rolling your eyes.
Oh, nice. That's Morbius.
That is Morbius. Brutal. This is from Escape Film Club. Hashtag Morbius proves, no matter how many famous faces or shiny visuals you squeeze in, Sony will always find a way to impressively misunderstand basic storytelling.
Wow.
Fuck.
Oh, that's Morbius.
Thank you. This is from Nikki Novak, who says, just saw Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and it's a love letter to video game lovers. Had a ton of fun with it. Unlike a lot of blockbusters, the third act is bananas and the strongest of the film. Jim Carrey reigns supreme.
That's Sonic 2, but the little dig at other blockbusters was about Morbius, I think.
Right. It's from Ren Geekness, who says, in Morbius, Matt Smith gloriously hams it up all over the place. I don't know. And Oliver Wood delivers some visual flair to the action sequences. Aside from that, and the bad plotting and messy CGI, confusing editing, and worse sound mix result in absolute incoherence. But the post-credits manage to outdo it all.
God, that's
what is happening?
I cannot wait. Do not spoil it out there, folks, for us. Don't spoil it.
Not because we don't want to be like, oh no, we don't want to know the future. I want to be like,
yeah, I want
to know in the.
I want to feel it, because I'm like, I think like. We do occasionally get invited to media screenings, you know.
Well, we got one for this, but it literally is the exact same time as anywhere else.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Like, exactly the same
That's where
time.
I'm going with that. Like, the truest yardstick of whether a movie studio thinks a movie is good or not is how close to the movie's release we get the
I saw
the
Batman like a week early, a week clear.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember me talking about that.
You wouldn't shut up about it. Shut up. Anyway, that is about Morbius, unless Matt Smith is in Sonic 2 as like Charmy B or something.
He might be.
Yeah.
This is from Nicola Austin, who says, well, Morbius is unfortunately not great. Some really shoddy VFX and 2000s formulaic plot, and definitely not as fun as Venom. Really confused at the future of Sony's Spider-Verse following the post-credit scenes and editing. Matt Smith is clearly having a blast, though. So there you go. That's sort of kind-ish. So people like Matt Smith. And to be fair, none of these are like, we fucking hate Jared Leto.
Yeah, right.
You know, so, and as someone who does not like Jared Leto, that's not nothing.
There you go. No, that's great.
Did you see Matt Smith this week was also like, they asked about his character. He's like, I don't know. I didn't understand any of his motivations. I had no backstory. I don't think it relates to the character. I think I had the same powers of Morbius, but honestly, I just used the script and I did the script or whatever.
Was he not a cop? I thought he was a cop or something.
I think he gets some Morbius powers also.
Well, that would
because you need someone to fight.
It's Sony.
You fight the same thing as the whatever.
They just use the Venom blackboard and swipe
I
up
don't
Venom.
like Venom, but if it's like Venom but it's not fun, I mean, what are we even doing here? Wow. I can't wait.
I cannot wait. It's Morbius, baby.
So next week we'll do Morbius. We might squeeze in a bit of Sonic the Hedgehog too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
depending
okay.
on how
I'll
things
see if I
go.
can say that. Yeah.
God damn. Those post credits. Please, nobody spoil it for me, please. I just please let me see them. But it has to be like incoherent and universe breaking, and maybe they roll in another Spider-Man. No, because if it was that, people might like that, right? If they're like, oh my God, it's Andrew Garfield or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, whatever. Oh my
God.
Anyways, good luck to Sony. God bless you. We love you and we support you, don't we, Mason?
Yes.
Are you excited for this news via Deadline?
Gosh, this feels like a trick. But yes.
Good, because it's the Thunderbolts movie, Mason.
I was right.
He was right.
Yes.
But it says specifically here they want to make a bad one. So in a way, you're excited for a bad movie.
No, I don't want to see a bad movie. No. But I put all my cards on the table now and I threw in my full support for it.
That's right. Well, what do you do? Anyway, no, it doesn't.
Guess I better be relentlessly positive about it, even if it turns out to be bad.
So Jake Schreier is going to be directing this movie. He's the director of Paper Towns and Robot and Frank.
Now, here's a little bit of news. I don't know if you have it on there, but Kurt Busiek, who created the Thunderbolts, or he at least... So for people who don't know...
This is your one bit of news?
This is my one bit of news. So for people who don't know, the Thunderbolts arrived in Marvel Comics. They were like all the heroes had disappeared into a shameless cash grab in a slightly different universe called Heroes Reborn.
Yes.
And in the meantime, New York City was missing, didn't have any heroes. So this new team of heroes showed up called the Thunderbolts. But then at the end of the first issue, it is revealed that, in fact, they are all sort of rebranded villains led by Baron Zemo, who've decided to pretend to be heroes, insert themselves into the New York's public consciousness and
That's right.
Be hailed as the heroes, and then they can do some evil crime. But then, of course, a bunch of them are like, I actually like being a hero. Maybe we're a hero.
I love this costume.
Yeah, right.
That's enough to sway me.
Exactly right. So...
were they new heroes, or were they like, I'm the new Captain America?
No, they were all new heroes.
Okay, yeah.
So Baron Zemo was Citizen V, I think was his name, and he was like sort of he was a quite European-looking villain with man with a big scimitar, but he also had like an American flag cape, and people were like, "Oh, that's all American." But like, there's a villain called Screaming Mimi, and she became Songbird. The Beetle became
The Beatles.
Mark One. He became the Beatles.
Good.
We're here to save New York. We're on the Thunderbolts.
Oh, Ringo's fallen down a storm drain. Oh no!
Oh no!
Ah, well.
He's going to be eaten by those New York alligators in the sewers. Oh no, Rico, no. So that team was created by Kurt Busiek, who was the writer, and Mark Bagley, who was like a long-time Spider-Man artist. And Kurt Busiek on Twitter, he pointed out that he and Bagley have a deal with Marvel, so they will get some money off this. This isn't one of those things where
Was that them just like being... So just to be clear,
yeah, I think so.
There is an existing deal in place.
Yeah.
Maybe they haven't contacted us yet and I've forgotten.
Oh, maybe. But yeah, definitely because Kurt Busiek,
Must find this very amusiac, I'd imagine.
It's very good.
Thank you.
He should have a podcast or a YouTube series or something called Kurt Busiek Finds This Very Amusiac. But he was quite a big deal. He created Astro City, which is like this big independent superhero
I
comic
don't think
book.
I've read Astro
Good.
City. Yeah.
Good. Took a long time to wind up, but worth it. But among other things, so I think he was probably a creator who had enough juice to be like, you need to give us a deal. So if this gets turned into a movie,
We're not doing this for nothing.
we're not doing this for nothing. So I think that's that is good, because as we know, recently a lot of creators have been like, oh, they turned my character into a movie, and they're giving me
Then they shot me.
They gave me $5,000 and then they shot me when I went to pick it up. They're like, "There's your money, pick it up." But you'll shoot me, sir. You pick up the money. You pick up the money. You earn that money. You just pick up the money. But this is a trick. You just pick up. This is a little gift from Marvel to you, buddy. Why don't you pick up your money? Bang!
We're taking the money back.
Yeah.
And we put dog poo in it, but we're still taking it. Who knows? And that's what we love about movie magic. Because who knows,
That's right, yeah.
Something could be good. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe even something today we watched. Who knows?
Maybe something today we watched could be good.
I mean, not Jurassic World, but something in with what we're talking about today.
Sure. Yeah.
Who knows? Anyways, let's move on, Mason. This is via THR in relation to all the Marvel leaks which have been happening of late.
Oh, from your snitch of a mate.
Well, some of that, yeah.
Uh-oh.
So apparently, actually, I don't actually know where the person gets them from, so I don't want to get anyone in trouble. I'm not going to get into the specifics.
Do you think maybe they throw a coin on a wishing well or something?
Yeah. Yes, that's what I think.
It's like that guy's out at DC. He thought he was going to be the new Feige, but he's not.
I mean, that was news. That was in the regular news.
How are you getting this news? Well, all sorts of stuff happening down here in the well.
So they say that
I'm not just making stuff up because I'm bored. And sometimes it's true and sometimes it's not true. There's all Big stuff happening down here in the well.
Get in.
Not going to eat you. I'm not a well monster that eats people. I'm a man with hot scoops and I got
Is it
contact.
bad?
I don't know. You'll have to go down in the well.
I
don't
want to
you?
go in the well. So apparently,
I don't have big gnashing teeth. I'll
Okay.
tell you that much.
what was that?
That was me eating an apple with my regular teeth, not chewing on a big human leg with big gnashing teeth. Don't even worry about it.
Okay, so Mason. Here we go, Mason. William Hurt died. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
He was
That's not recent news.
Nah, he was 72.
Yeah.
He had cancer and he died. Jeff Snyder, though, said this recently. He's a entertainment reporter and whatnot.
Terrific.
He's been
Not just your mate.
no,
This isn't your source who's alive.
no. This is him. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So
You're outing him now.
No, it's not him. He said this via the Hot Mic podcast. He said, though Marvel insiders deny he's been cast in the movie at this time, multiple sources indicate that Harrison Ford either is or was the studio,
Or isn't.
was the studio's top choice to star in Thunderbolts as General Ross himself.
Wow.
It is unclear whether he has already passed. I feel like you can recast.
Yes, you
General
can.
Ross.
Of course, we had previous movies. We had
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott was the original. Wait, no, he was in the
Zangli.
Ang Lee's Hulk. So, but
Would that be confusing though for people?
no?
No?
No.
For people to watch that.
I mean, they
amazing
did. I mean, they
video.
they recast Rhodey, and they did it with one line. But that was, of course, before
That was also racism. Because the guy who did it was like, no
people
one
will notice. Yeah, no, that's true.
No one will notice.
Yeah. But they did it literally with a line, "It's me, get over it," kind of thing. And
That's
people
true.
did. But that is years before people got mad at everything. So
Yeah. I mean, they could also bring in like a different.
guy with a mustache.
Yeah, I mean, just in terms of like, there's a bunch
Mario
of. Mario
of the
for example.
of the Super Mario fame.
Exactly.
Oh, we got to get it a Hulk. He's sad also.
Why?
I'm working too hard. I'm leaving my wife at home.
Oh,
I
no.
gotta get to the Hulk, but it take up all of my time.
Peach or like a different woman?
Yeah, a real human woman.
You married to a human woman?
Yes.
Why are you rescuing the princess, though? What's that about? I mean, it's a good deed.
Yeah,
But why
yeah.
is that the only specific deed that you do?
Oh.
You could do like another. I mean, you're doing the Thunderbolts, I guess.
Yes, it's two things.
People are like, "Hey Mario, why are you always doing that one thing?" And he's like, "I'm a supervillain team." So my wife doesn't get suspicious.
Yeah. I just see, honey, I do all kinds of things.
This is a dumb show, man.
Yeah, I know. I had
My,
a point, but I can't remember what it is now. Because you made me do that thing with Mario of Super Mario Brothers fame, where he's a computer animated man in the Marvel universe now, but he's also depressed. Real Mario's depressed.
yeah, and he's married.
And I think maybe he might bring some of that into the character.
Sure.
Because his daughter's, estranged from his daughter.
That's a good point, actually.
And,
yeah, okay. This is all great stuff.
Yes.
Mason, Hugh Jackman's Backman.
He sure is.
Tal Bachman, etc.
Tal Bachman.
So he's going to be returning in Deadpool 3 in a trailer reveal that happened where Ryan Reynolds was like, I don't know what to do for Deadpool 3.
Run out of ideas.
Run out of
I'm
ideas.
creatively bankrupt like all of Hollywood.
That's right.
Let's burn it all down.
It's a good joke. And then Hugh Jackman happens to be in his home.
I'm not joking.
No. Presumably for good fun times and tequila.
That's right.
Or gin or whatever he does. Also, we've got a video out, Mason, a few weeks back. It's called 6 Marvel Characters the MCU Can't Move. And you stupid son of a bitch.
Oh, what did I say?
You said in this video, well, Hugh Jackman said he's never coming back as Logan. And then I said, well, we'll see. Which I think completely nullifies the previous statement. And all it says there is, this comment aged well. Oh, this aged like milk. Oh, actually, he is coming back. Oh, I don't know if you heard, but this video's out of date now because Deadpool. I live in the future, you fucking idiot. I live where you live. I don't live in this video. What are you, fucking stupid? Is your brain broken?
James, you live in that video. You're in that video right now.
I feel like I'm in this fucking video.
James, just breathe and focus. Anyway, Rob the Space Knight is a copy. It's a toy character, and they lost the rights to the characters, so you can't see you're in the video.
Here's one. Hugh Jackman is done with being Wolverine. Hugh Jackman will be back as Wolverine in Deadpool 3, which was set up in Deadpool 2. Thanks comment from 4 hours ago. Really great.
This is all engagement, James. I think it's good.
I know, but that's part of me is like, leave a pinned comment that's like, hey, shut up.
Oh, nice.
Another part of me is like, this video is doing well. And do I just let this ride?
Well,
This one says Hugh is back, two laughing faces.
Oh, so they're weeping.
If only they could have anticipated Hugh and Ryan. This is your fault, by the way, for
know.
saying that. Yeah.
I did it on purpose to upset you.
This didn't age well, and it's only been a week. Hugh Jackman is back. Rumor is Hugh Jackman is coming back as Wolverine for Deadpool 3, and the comment underneath is there's no rumor that's been confirmed.
Can you on YouTube? Can you censor any comments that have a specific word in them?
Yes.
Well, just you get rid of Wolverine.
This video didn't age well. Hugh Jackman retired. This quote aged well. He's done with Wolverine. We'll see.
James, just mute the words Wolverine, Logan, Hugh Jackman, aged future video, quote, internet.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
so forth.
The Hugh line. The Hugh Wolverine line is especially hilarious now. Hugh Jackman done with Wolverine.
Especially hilarious?
Especially this aged well.
James, we're doing too many riffs, and by riffs I mean you going slowly insane over looking at comments on one of your own videos.
You're right. Let's move forward. Anyway, should we move forth?
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of VFX artists, because they got a lot. Looks like they've got a new job at the moment, according to the Hollywood Reporter, because Marvel have signed a 20-year deal with Stan Lee Universe, a venture between Genius Brands International, Gross, and POW Entertainment, to license the name and likeness of Lee for use in future feature films and television productions, as well as Disney theme parks, various experiences in these ones. What are they called? Quotation boys, and merchandising. It really ensures that Stan, through digital technology and archival footage and other forms, will live.
No other forms.
Screaming mass.
Yep.
Trying to bring it back. It is a screaming mass. Will live in the most
I'm
important.
going to dynamite his coffin and just have it fly across the screen. That's what we mean by other forms.
It really ensures that Stan, through digital technology and archival footage and other forms, will live in the most important venue. The Marvel movies and Disney theme parks.
Those are the most important venues.
Said Andy Haywood, chairman and CEO of Genius Brands. It's a broad deal. That's how it ends.
Boy, it is, isn't it?
So there
How
you go.
far do you think this is going to go? I think in the movies, if I had to guess, it wouldn't surprise me if Marvel put the back of his head in a movie, they would take some legal action.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
He's in a crowd or something like that.
Yeah.
But do you think they'll get him to talk or?
Yes, I think they're going to do all, and they can do that now because what we've seen from bringing back Luke Skywalker, that's a digital voice, you know, and I don't like it, but it will probably get better. Also, he doesn't have to have full-on conversations or just put in the thing in Mallrats where he's like, I don't know what the Hulk's dick looks like or whatever. Just put in that.
Oh, how about every time in every subsequent movie? He's talking to another background character. I don't know what the Hulk's dick looks like. I don't
know.
I'm telling you for the last time.
Yeah. Just can you imagine?
And then they cut to they cut to CNN and the Mandarin's blowing up a building and then just cut. And we're here with a man on the street. I don't know what the Hulk's dick looks like. I don't know.
Terrific stuff. I mean, can you imagine just seeing an animatronic at Disney or like a hologram that's like, Excelsior, hello everybody, I've been dead for 40 years, but I've never left because of a brand deal between Genius Brands International and POW Entertainment.
It's a broad deal.
Anyway, I don't know what the Hulk's dick looks like.
And you can buy a T-shirt that has that on it, and it's got a speech bubble and it's going down to Puppet Stan Lee. How morbid is this going to get? How about a Five Nights at Freddy's style video game where you're being pursued by killer animatronic Stan Lees?
I think it's going to start reserved and tasteful, but then it's quickly going to escalate.
I reckon it's going to start worse than you think. I reckon it might start with like a not very well animated Stan Lee, and he does a whole speech.
He does a rap with Tupac, maybe at the halftime Super Bowl show.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then people...
Both holograms. I know he's dead.
Yes.
Just to clarify. Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's dead too.
Yeah.
Wink.
Nice.
Yeah. And then there's an enormous backlash.
Sometimes people can die. You know?
What?
They can just die.
You're going to lay this on me now?
Fine, you know. You just don't have to bring him back, you know? Don't you think?
But I wonder if it's because we've been conditioned to live in this universe where nobody ever really dies, no matter what. Doesn't matter how, there's always another universe they can come out of or whatever.
Okay.
Have our brains extended that to the real world?
I agree with that. But have you ever seen somebody brought back to life and it's given you a...
Jesus.
Sure. I mean, in entertainment, whatever.
Jesus.
Aside from Jesus.
Oh, okay.
And you got a good feeling.
Oh.
And maybe you've had a neutral feeling because I've certainly felt that. Or you go, okay. But have you ever gone, wow, I love this?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
It's never good. You don't feel good. I bet the people working on it don't feel good either.
Maybe.
I mean, money. I'd take,
Yeah.
you're animating Stan Lee and they pay you a bunch of money. Good. Yeah.
Oh my God, Jesus has come back. He's come out of the cave and he's handing me fistfuls of cash.
God. That's just Disneyland currency. Oh well. Anyways, okay.
That's great.
Whatever, I guess. Family, you get money, whatever. I don't care, honestly. All right.
Oh, here's one bit of news, James.
Okay. Is it Sony Craven news?
Yeah, it's James. It's Spum news. Spum's back in the news. The Sony Pictures universe of Marvel movies.
Thank God.
And here's there's been an interview with Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Was this via Variety?
This is from Polygon.com, but it's probably from Variety. They've
Sure.
probably repackaged it. They've repackaged it from Variety.
Well, we do that.
That's true. So the actor who stars as Kraven the Hunter in Sony's upcoming movie revealed more information about the film at the Cine Europe conference.
Oh, did you go to that this year?
Yeah, I was there. That's why.
Oh, was it?
That's why I'm late or early.
Yeah. Okay. Time differences.
Yeah, I was very European.
Was it?
Very
What kind
cosmopolitan.
What kind of breads did they have? They had that swirly bread.
Yeah.
It looks like two different types of bread in a loaf of bread.
What
Marbled bread.
Whatever kind of bread you don't have in this house, that's the kind of bread they had.
I don't eat bread, Mason.
Well, they had every kind of bread. Oh my God, just a steaming big table of bread, just a big wooden table of bread, and good bread.
That sounds great.
It was great.
Maybe next time you could get me an invite.
What are you going to stand around the bread table and not eat?
I'll eat the bread. I eat bread, Mason. I was joking, and I'll definitely eat a good bread on like I don't waste calories on just eating bread, just pointless bread. I want good bread.
No, but I see what would happen there, I think, is you wouldn't appreciate the really good bread because you don't spend the remainder of the year like me eating terrible bread, just the worst processed bread. So I think that'd be a waste of an invite.
Could I eat a slice of terrible bread before I eat the good bread?
Yes.
Could I keep it in my pocket on the
plate?
plate?
You could do that, yes. Just you could have a nice piece of warm, squished bad bread and you could eat it beforehand. Yes, you could.
Right.
Okay, so Taylor Johnson at Cine Europe, which I was at.
Yeah.
They had all sorts of gelato.
And breads, yeah.
Bread and gelato. Little espresso.
Yeah.
Everybody had a little espresso.
Everybody?
Aaron Taylor Johnson took a little sip of his little espresso.
I don't drink coffee. Here. I don't think I would appreciate... Anyway, so
yeah.
go on.
Well, you could keep a cup of 7-Eleven coffee... Like one of those
in my top pocket of my polo shirt.
And you could keep it in there and you could have a big swig of cold coffee before you have a good one. Anyway, he sipped his little espresso and he describes Kraven as one of Marvel's most iconic, notorious anti-heroes, Spider-Man's #1 rival.
I would not disagree with that.
Anti-hero?
That I would, yeah.
A character he found particularly interesting because he doesn't have any superpowers. He's just a hunter, a human with conviction, an animal lover, and a protector of the natural world. He's a very, very cool character.
Now, you just kind of brushed past something in there, though.
What's that?
And that's about he's an animal lover and a protector of the natural world.
Yeah, there we go, yes.
Because my memory of him, before I go into my mind,
what
am I looking at?
Yeah. You're looking at bread.
Yeah,
and you're wishing
I'll push that aside.
Okay.
Like Sherlock.
No time for bread.
And he's wearing a big lion-faced vest.
Yes.
So what are they going to make it? Bloody tofu? Bloody kale vest,
He's going to have
Mason?
a bloody kale vest, mate.
I mean, there are...
yeah, that's the absolutely insane part of this.
Yeah.
I don't know if...
But, if he's a good guy and he's saving animals, he's not fighting Spider-Man, what is this?
And where's the... I don't care about any other things, James. How's he get the vest? Is his father... You know what? I bet it's his father's vest.
I think Russell Crowe plays his father.
I bet it's his father's vest, and his father was a big game hunter, and he killed the lion, and then at the end he's going to put the vest on, and he's going to be like, this is a reminder for me to love all the animals.
Oh, God. His father's playing Nikolai Craven.
Okay.
So I guess it's his father, I'm assuming.
Right.
Well, I love movies, and I will never stop loving movies, even movies which will be bad. Though the director of this,
Yes.
he did the movie A Most Violent Year, which is apparently a very good movie,
Okay.
which I haven't seen. But he also did Triple Frontier, which is a movie I also saw for Netflix, and it was fine.
That's terrific.
yeah.
Does that have a Brolin in it? It's got Josh Brolin.
Maybe it's got Ben Affleck in it.
Terrific.
And the guy from The Predator. He's in Wolverine with a robot hand.
Oh, yeah.
Oscar Isaac is in it, I think, as well. It's a
There you
really
go.
good cast. It's got that classic thing, which I love of Netflix. There's a new one at the moment, which is Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson. It's like two great actors who are mates in a boring movie.
Terrific, yes.
The Rock and Ryan Reynolds.
The Rock and Kevin Hart.
The Rock and Kevin Hart. All of these movies. They're
Rock
just
and Ryan Reynolds
The Rock
again.
and roll, Mason. Is there a poster in that? Two great mates, boring movie. Two great actors, boring movie. What is it, Mason? It's something like that,
Something
isn't it?
like that, isn't it? Yeah.
Weekly Planet Posters guy will sort it out when he eventually gets around to that. Do you think it's let's do this is Marvel Corner, Mason.
Oh, yeah.
Two mates.
Is this new? Or have we always had Marvel Corner?
Two popular, well-known actors who got a really big paycheck, which then cut the budget of the entire project for this Netflix movie that isn't very good.
You're going to have to narrow it down.
I'm just doing
Oh, that's
a poster.
the poster.
I'm
Okay,
still
right,
workshopping
right.
it.
Okay, right.
There's something there, Mason.
Yeah, there sure is. Yeah.
Two famous guys, boring movie. Well, something like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Both holding guns. Yeah. One's wearing a hat.
One guy he's also in Marvel movies, and there's a poster, and it's another Amazon show that he's on. And there's two people wearing baseball caps and one person not wearing a baseball cap, and it's got a really vague name.
Yeah. One of them's sort of,
It's a Chris Pratt show.
it's the Chris Pratt show or whatever. One of them's sort of like wearing an Hawaiian shirt with a singlet underneath,
Yeah.
It's kind of like Max Payne 4, like that kind of look.
One guy's all tactical.
One guy's tactical.
Hang on, I'll find it.
One might be Jamie Foxx,
Nice.
but not always.
It's called The Terminal List.
Yes, I haven't watched The Terminal
Oh, it's not
List.
out yet, I don't think.
Well, that's probably why I haven't watched it.
It's based on it's soon to be a TV series it's a novel by Jack Carr. If you like Vince Flynn, you'll love this.
I don't
That's
know.
what the poster says.
What's Vince
I don't
Flynn?
know if. Oh my god! Everything about this I love. If you just Google The Terminal List, it comes up. It's one of the first results. I guess it's the cover for the book.
Yep.
But it's impossible to tell who wrote this or who's in it because they all have action movie sounding names. So the author's name is Jack Carr.
Yeah. So that's not the name of the
Terminal
book.
List. And if you like Vince Flynn, you'll love this. But is Vince Flynn a character or is he also an author?
Yeah.
But then it says
Also, is that like Jack Carr, as in like the hero's name? Jack Carr in The Terminal List.
no. Jack Carr I think is the author's
Okay.
name. I don't know what the character's name is. But then there's a pull quote. It says, "So powerful, so pulse pounding, so well written. Rarely do you read a debut novel this damn good." And that's from Brad Thor. And he's a #1 New York Times bestselling author. So they're all getting in on this.
That we know.
Yeah,
like that guy.
Brad Thor.
The only person on the book who it's clear who they are.
Yeah.
Well, great.
And this guy, he's sort of standing moodily. He's got a big coat on. He's running down some. Well, they might be tram tracks,
Wow.
right? Maybe he's in Europe.
You want to keep him vague on the cover so then you can change the cover for when the Chris Pratt show comes out.
Yeah.
Based on the series that you didn't like very much. Based on the series your dad recommended to you.
Brad Thor's loving it.
Anyway, I could never write a book or make a show, so I don't know why I'm making fun of these people.
Because we can.
Because we can. All right, let's move it along. It's Marvel Corner, Mason.
Oh, Joe Courtney's in it.
Oh, there you go.
right.
There's a
One of
dog
the
at the
dog wants it.
goddamn door.
Definitely. Ollie. Hello, Ollie.
This is Chaos Week, Mason.
Wait, Ollie. What have you been doing?
Oh, she had a bath.
Oh, that's why you don't stink as badly.
Mm.
You still stink a bit.
I like to think that I still stink.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
Okay, and she's running away.
All right, Ollie, you got to go out.
Oh, Ollie, hello.
Ollie, I have to go away for the weekend.
Oh,
So you
you're-
have to record the podcast.
You're so fragrant, Ollie. Bye, Ollie. Look now, I'm a dog.
Oh, and you're covered in dog hair now because it's a wet dog.
We're a dog.
You idiot, Mason. Yeah, anyways, let's get into it. This is via the LA Times. Tarantino was asked if he would work on a comic book movie. And we're talking Marvel or DC, Mason, or Image or Bloodshot or whatever.
He would go for like Eclipse Comics or something.
Do you think
like
he'd
that.
do a Bloodshot movie?
Yeah.
Are we getting Bloodshot sequel?
No.
Two Bloodshots?
No.
Is this Two Bloodshot? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Yes, James. Is this look at my eye?
Yeah, is that Two
Look-
Bloodshot?
Come on.
Yeah, so he said you have to be a hired hand to do those things. I'm not a hired hand. I'm not looking for a job.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, he was going to
Something
do Star
about
Trek.
feet, and I'm not going to.
Okay, sure.
et cetera.
Uh-huh.
But Yeah, he was going to do Star Trek,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't let him
But then
do
maybe
Star
he
Trek.
realized he wasn't a hired hand.
That's right,
And
yeah.
he torpedoed that he photon torpedoed that project.
He was talking about doing a
He photon torpedoed that project.
laser. He tasered it, and he said, "You've been tasered.
They don't have lasers
You've been
or
tasered
tasers."
by the Borg." He
No,
said.
no, they don't have lasers or tasers, James. They have phasers.
They said, "Look out!"
And sometimes disruptors.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They said, "Look out, Jean-Luc Shatner! You're getting tasered by the Borg."
Oh, he's doing so many.
And then Gandalf said,
Oh, no!
You're the one, Neo."
Ah!
What do you think, Mason?
Damn. What you just suggested was epic bacon just then. I have to give you credit there.
Thank you. He also went on.
I'm protesting you catchfast. That's epic bacon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Spooky Movies was last week. and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
enjoyed
it's not
you.
Halloween anymore,
Okay, that's
so-
a good point. Yeah, yeah. It's not the spookiest time of the year. Not text 12. So, yeah, I think, again, that's just like directors have to answer those questions whenever they're doing anything.
That's true, yeah.
It's like
It's
doing-
inescapable.
You're going to do a Marvel movie, and there's two types of directors. There's scumbags, work for hire, who
Right.
will do it, and
Exactly,
and
that's
Tarantino.
right.
Yeah. I think there is there are different levels of Marvel and DC directors.
Yeah, I
ones
think
who
so.
are, I wouldn't even say who have vision. I would say ones who are allowed to bring in a certain vision,
to bring in some of their signature touches.
and some that are not.
What happens is they go for a meeting with Marvel, and a Marvel intern shows up, and they have a clipboard, and they're like, we've compiled all your signature touches in your movies,
Yeah.
and you can select 3.
Yeah. Also, we already filmed them.
Yeah, that's right.
The 3 that we have selected.
Yeah, that's right. Also, you're fired.
So yeah, I feel like Ryan Coogler was, it seems as if he's had a bit more freedom. We'll talk about Black Panther 2 next week, but I'm hoping that's, I hope it's good.
I also hope it's good.
We'll find out.
I don't want any movies to be bad.
I want some movies to be bad, Mason.
Give
So
me
I can
an
make
example
fun
of
of
one
them.
movie.
We'll think of a movie?
Yeah.
Never. Mason,
Citizen Kane. I thought of a movie.
very good.
I wish you were bad, but it's a classic of the genre.
It's true. Should we do Trailers Ahoy, Mason?
Yes.
This dropped pretty early last week, but Thor Love and Thunder got a
Yeah.
brand new trailer. And did it break the internet? It's been so long, who knows?
I think it broke the internet very briefly. I think it broke the internet for a day.
Yeah.
But then,
A horrible tragedy happened.
well, that also happened. Like the news cycle is so it's so rushed now that you can only really
Yeah.
break the internet for a day. I think if you'd seen Thor's bottom for real, I think it would have broken the internet.
Do you think we're going to be seeing Thor's bottom in the movie for real?
Yes.
I think so.
I think so
like
too.
to think so. You know who would like to see Thor's bottom?
Who?
Rude Obi-Wan, no doubt.
I don't know about
You
that.
look at anyone's bottom, Mason.
You don't know the rich backstory of the character, of the motivations of rude Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I guess
you
I
don't. Know
don't.
you don't know what taste he has and whose bottom he'd look
It's
at.
not about
James.
taste, he just wants to see it.
Okay, right.
He doesn't care, Mason. Anyways, should we talk about the DC universe?
Yes.
And the reshaping that's happening over there?
Yes.
So the Wrap also says via an unnamed source. So this is in regards to Superman. It said,
We still don't know what to do with him.
no, they said they need to get a fucking Superman movie off the ground. And if the plan is a shared universe, a Cavill-led Superman needs to be the focal point. The Wrap has also said that Zaslav has instructed his team to kill all Superman projects in development and start over with Cavill.
Okay.
So at the moment, there's a few. We talked about it last week. There might be a Val Zod movie happening,
right,
which J.J. Abrams is producing with Ta-Nehisi Coates writing, and there might be another one or something.
Yeah.
There's also Supergirl is in the Flash
Movie, that's correct.
and
yes.
that might be getting a spin-off. But it seems as if the
Because for a while, Supergirl was going to be the main super character in the DC universe. Is that right? That was the plan, yeah.
plan, apparently. And I think she might be Zod's daughter because apparently Zod's in that movie as well. Maybe
Okay,
I
great.
think Michael Shannon actually came back for it. I
Huh.
think. Well,
Okay.
that's what they've been saying. But it's also
Just Michael Shannon, like one of his red carpet appearances, he's got the Hawaiian shirt on and the big sunglasses. He doesn't know where he is. He doesn't want to be there.
it's my favorite version of Michael Shannon.
Hey, Michael Shannon, could you just say, I've come to destroy the Earth again?
What? Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect.
The scene is just, hey, Zod, are you here to destroy the Earth? What? No! Hey, a man who's here to destroy the Earth says what? What?
So I also read that apparently Cavill has been going to.
Oh, just before we get into that, I
Yeah.
just wanted to point out, I didn't set the scene earlier. You are in your pajamas.
Yeah, I am.
Picture that however you want, listeners.
I'm wearing flannel pants and a long sleeve pajama tee. How am I looking?
And one of those big hats the long sleep
Yeah,
cap.
like an Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah, it sort of tips over the side. It's got a
little pom-pom on the
little
end.
pom-pom at the end. Yeah. And
You needed to stop the show to
I
say
did it,
this.
and Collings obviously is having to edit out the parts where you fall asleep and you go me.
I keep going to snuff out my candle, but Mason won't
No!
let me.
It's time for news.
Anyways, let's talk about the Black Adam trailer.
Oh yeah,
Is it true? Now, you've probably heard this, that the hierarchy of the DC universe is about to change.
you better believe it is. He's the most powerful guy.
He looks about as powerful as everybody else we've met.
Yeah. So I saw the Black Adam trailer initially through. I think maybe they bought a cameo from The Rock. That's what it felt like because it was just him.
Oh, in his gym, and he's just,
on his gym
I
and he's
did
on
see
his
this.
phone, and then he's like,
He's just going, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's so long.
he's just going and he's plugging his energy drink. I think
Zoa
it's
energy
Zoa
drink.
energy drink, and then he's telling us.
I'm in my own paradise.
Yeah.
What up, fam?
Yeah, and he's.
That's a pretty good The Rock, right? That I just did then.
I mean,
Hey, I'm The Rock.
if the Rock, the actual Rock who's in the room now, could stop talking for a moment, we'll get James to do his impression of the Rock.
Candy ass.
Dwayne, please, if you could let James speak for a moment.
Mason, pick up that money.
But the Rock, I don't.
Bang.
No.
So go
Man,
on.
he punched me into space, and I have to record the rest of this from space. Isn't that just typical?
It is.
Anyway, he came in and he did this long speech and he plugged his energy drink.
Yep.
And then we saw the trailer, and it looks all right, I guess.
I don't know. I should be excited for
I
this.
think-
Why am I not?
I think we've reached a point of The Rock saturation where
Yeah.
you either go, man, I love The Rock, or you're like, I'm kind of sick of The Rock. And I think maybe we're on the wrong side of this, I think, where we're
Okay.
like, I'm kind of...
Hasn't this movie been coming out for like 40 years?
Yes, it's true, yes. What is that? The nation that Black Adam is associated with in the comic books is called Kandak.
I think it's called Iron Paradise now.
That's sick.
Mason, it's called Iron Paradise.
Thank you, Dwayne.
The DC universe is about to. Hang on. I have to read. Yeah. Is about to. The hierarchy is about to change. I had to read that. 'cause I
Very
couldn't
cool.
remember what he said. But he keeps saying it.
He keeps saying it. I feel like that he invented that phrase,
Yeah.
or it was pitched to him as like, The Rock, you should do this because the hierarchy of the DC universe is going to change and you'll be the most powerful character.
Maybe
More
it
powerful
was
than
in like
Superman.
2008. Then yeah, maybe
Yeah.
it could have been. But
If I could kick it off with what I think is the most important thing that happened while we were away.
he's back with his one.
This
bit
is
of
my
news.
one bit of news.
I was
I
hoping
think
you'd
this-
forget.
Well, I didn't. This one is, I think, most important and most relevant. This happened just after we went on break, and I honestly thought for a moment that it would be the wackiest thing that would happen.
Okay.
But I think it's worth noting. I think it's important for us and our audience. The TV series Pennyworth, which of course is the story of the origin of Batman's butler. It was renewed for a 4th season, and it was also renamed Pennyworth: The Origin of Batman's Butler.
I thought it was a joke.
And
right?
well, here's the thing. So
It's a joke title.
James, we like to have fun on this podcast.
Yeah.
And a significant portion of that fun is imagining a person whose job it is to name like large entertainment IPs, but for some reason is so literal-minded that they can only name them after literally what they're seeing in front of them. So
Yeah,
it'd be like,
or what
oh,
they vaguely remember.
yeah, Keanu Reeves, he's in a computer, he does a big kick, whatever. And what I think has happened, James, what I'm worried has happened is that we've been doing that for so long, and may I say so powerfully, that this person has become real.
Okay.
And they've gotten a job at Warner Brothers, and they're just
maybe
the origin of Batman's butler?
I think we got into LG Rhythm, who runs Warner Brothers.
Yeah, maybe.
The villain from Space Jam.
Sure,
And he's
sure.
absorbed a lot of our content. All content, obviously. But
He's
somehow
one of those-
this is
He's one of those
filtered through.
AI art generators that don't actually generate any art. They just steal bits from
Yeah, right.
actual artists. Okay, right. And you just put a prompt in.
Us, actual artists.
Isn't that wild, though?
Yes.
Like, I understand that it's a Batman property, obviously.
Yeah.
So maybe you can't call it like Gotham Knights Pennyworth, because that's not.
Yeah, okay.
And I think the problem which they are probably having is that not enough Batman fans are watching it, and too many fans of like Downton Abbey or what.
Right.
Like they're tuning in because they see like, oh, there's a sad pale British man and he's off to the wars, but actually he wants to be sitting in the moors.
Yeah,
you know,
okay, sure.
and sitting by a pond and being windswept and sad or whatever. And they're like, oh, I'll watch this. And then weird stuff happens.
Yeah, like you'll meet I don't
Here's
know.
the thing.
What's he mean?
No, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you who he is meeting because I saw
Ra's al Ghul?
No, because the one thing that
Court of Owls?
No, or maybe I don't know. But the one thing that I did see based around this piece of news is that there was one promo photo, and it's I think it's 4 men, and they're in the British Army. They're all wearing that traditional kind of that brown sort of high button jacket and the hat and the
I love that for them.
right, and they're all normal
Yeah.
except for one guy on the end. In addition to his army uniform, he's wearing like bits of tank armor, and he's blue.
What?
And he's got like, just Google Pennyworth blue guy. You won't be the first to do it, and neither was I. And he's got like all these cables and tubes coming off him.
Oh,
with
what
like
is this?
blue liquid. Well, here's the thing. So I looked him up. I Googled Pennyworth blue guy, and I got to the Pennyworth wiki, which I think should be called Wikiworth or Pennywiki. But anyway, he's just a guy. He's got like 3 seasons worth of backstory to this guy. It just keeps going. He's like a rival to Alfred, and
He's
sometimes
not even
an
that blue.
he's just a weird, but he's very British, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
got
yeah,
that
yeah.
like toothbrush
This is
mustache.
James Purefoy, isn't it?
It is James Purefoy, yeah. Yeah. But here's the thing. So it's got so much, this character's got so much backstory, and I'm like, when are they going to explain this? When are they going to explain this? He's in the SAS. He's a rival to Alfred. They become enemies, blah, 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 blah. And then I get like 20 paragraphs in, and it's like, there's a poison called Stormcloud, and he eats the poison, and he doesn't die, he turns blue. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's not Bane related.
It's not. I thought it'd be Mr. Freeze related,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's not.
yeah.
Anyway.
Well, this is their Fish Mooney, isn't it? This
Yeah, I
is
think
an
it must be.
original,
it's
original villain.
It's their OC, yeah. So,
Anyways, by all accounts, the show is fine.
yeah, I've heard it's fine.
People are like, this is all right, actually. Did you know it was 3 seasons? It's the 3rd season, apparently.
It's the 4th is coming up. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this is the 4th
Okay.
one that's coming up. Yeah, just pretty good.
Why is this still going, though?
I don't know.
We'll talk about all the stuff
Well,
that's been
yeah,
cancelled.
exactly. But
Is it cheap?
why couldn't you what I'm really getting at, I think, is that the title
Yeah.
is bewildering. Like you couldn't think of it like Pennyworth from the Secret Files of the
Yeah.
Batman or something. That would work.
Or like Pennyworth, like put in
Origins,
put in
no.
a Wayne something Pennyworth Wayne estate or something.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know, Mason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that they were like, oh, the origin of Batman's butler.
Anyways, if the Weekly Planet posters, the wonderful Twitter and Instagram account, could just put up a Pennyworth poster, as is the origins of Batman's butler, and just see if people notice.
Sure.
Or think, like, do they know it's
Thank you,
real?
Chris.
You don't have to do that also. It's your account. You
Yeah.
can do whatever you want. Wow. Amazing stuff happening on Warner Brothers, and I hope to circle back in this episode. We will.
That's
for,
right.
For too long.
And that's been one bit of news.
Is this happening all the time now?
Maybe if people respond well to it. If people tweet at you with videos of themselves going, one bit of news. I
don't want that.
Maybe they're dressed as a Dracula. They're dressed as a Dracula, like newsboy. They're Dracula, but they've got like a newsboy hat on and a mail bag.
Okay, when are they delivering papers, though?
Nighttime.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah. The night news.
I just thought it would be in the morning and I'd get you.
No.
Okay. Very
Maybe some of them will risk it if it's an overcast morning and they've
Okay.
forgotten to
They'll
do
bring
their-
an umbrella or whatever.
Bring an umbrella, yeah.
Great. Anyway, sorry.
I was going to say, but in the movie, they're just like, I guess they were like, uh-oh, dog's here.
Zippy's in here, running about.
Zippy has a cone on her head.
Zippy, are you causing trouble in here?
Hello, Zippy. Hello. Oh, my God, Zippy. James' podcast is cancelled.
I agree.
Hang out with Zippy.
It's dog time, everybody.
Time.
If you came here for your Batman review, we're not doing
We're
it.
not doing it. We're not doing it. We're patting the dog. Yes, Zippy, good. Zippy, come on. Come on. Now, Zippy, remember, I'm not the one kicking you out. I want to be friends forever.
Come on. Come on.
Ollie's here too. Hello, Ollie. Hello. Hello, precious.
Ollie.
Oh, you got to go too.
Ollie.
How those dogs even get in here?
The door was open.
Ah,
But dog time is over, everybody.
sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
And sorry to me.
Feels like a long time coming, Mason. The Batman.
Am I getting fired again? Is
Yeah,
that-
you're out.
No.
You're out and I'm in twice.
Okay, great. You can have two opinions.
That's
That are
right.
largely similar. And the second, but you really have to be reaching for that second opinion.
Oh, yeah.
It's just you just have your notes there, and you're just like you're being a little thesaurus on the fly. Just, I thought this movie was grand.
Had a lot of spectacles. Does that work?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I don't think it didn't even have that many spectacles. The Penguin didn't even have little spectacles.
Well, that's early days Penguin.
yeah, he
We'll
probably
get into
doesn't
it.
have his signature spectacles.
Exactly. So it's going to very much make its money back and then some, which is all the more impressive because there's a Batman movie every day. But on top of
True.
that, it's very long. So you
Yeah.
get less cinema sessions
That's
going
true.
at any one time.
And you get more people storming out to the 2.5 hour mark going, I demand my money back. And they're like, that's not our policy. It's 15 minutes. You get 15 minutes.
I mean, it just flew by because I enjoyed it so much, but I still want my money back.
That's right. It's me, a guy who exists. And I derive all my enjoyment from the first 2/3 of a movie, and then I demand my money back. It's a great scheme. You know there's got to be somebody out there who does that.
100%. If you just make a big enough fuss, they'll give you the money back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, critics seem to like it on the whole, 85% Rotten Tomatoes. Audiences seem to like it at 90%. What do you think the story was?
Oh, no. You throw me for a loop.
You familiar with this segment of the show?
Yes.
Where I ask you what the story was?
Very much
what
so.
you think it was?
Well, I mean...
I've given you wiggle room there because it's what you think it was.
Yeah,
you
it's
don't
true.
have to be right.
Oh, I know. I'm aware of the concept of this bit.
It's not a bit.
You're giving me even more room now.
That's right.
But I'm not actually using it to think. Why would I? It's funnier if I don't, in my opinion. Not in anybody else's opinion, but in mine. All right, so it's Batman. Yeah, everybody knows Batman. It's Batman, but it's all early days Batman. It's 2 years into Batman being Batman. He's like, geez, I love going around beating people up as Bat. What are you doing?
I'm checking the Batman v Superman opening weekend. Did it look like I was pretending to type?
It looks like you were being a stenographer there. Like, I'm like, has he been writing down what I think the story was every time for years? Is he writing a book?
I am.
Is this the new Leonard Maltin movie guide, except it's just what I reckon the story was? Okay, so it's Batman.
Yeah.
And he's a couple of years in and he's like, geez, I love beating people up as Batman. It's pretty good, but I can't be everywhere.
No.
So that makes me sad because I told my parents I beat up every crook.
Yeah, I did.
In Gotham City, and it's but I'm gonna. There's all sorts of crime, and there's a new guy, and he's out there, and he's
Would you say a new breed of criminal?
he's being a real Zodiac, this guy, and he's out there, and he's there, but I'm gonna defend Gotham City, which is the grimiest and greasiest city there is.
so greasy.
It's so crazy.
For reference, Batman
yes.
v Superman made $166 million.
That's a lot of
opening
money.
Weekend, so there you go.
Gotham City in this movie, it is the world's largest industrial hot plate that's never been cleaned.
Oh, you are not wrong.
It's just, there's always a guy and he's like, well, I'm not cleaning it because that's where all the flavor is actually. All the flavor's in when you don't actually, because you clean it and take all the flavor away and you're like, I think you're actually poisoning people, man. I don't know. And they're like, nah. And then it gets shut down.
So I know the cast as well have talked about Court of Owls and how they love that narrative. And there's definitely room to do something with that because you can just be like, they were here all along.
Right.
We did the Riddler.
That's why Gotham sucks and is so greasy. We put the grease on everything.
I'm a guy of an owl mask.
Think about an owl. What's the thing about an owl? They're greasy, aren't they? Excuse
What?
me, what? No, they're greasy. Yes.
I think
you ever petted an owl and you're like, oh, this is greasy.
I think your hands are greasy. I don't think it's
No,
the owl.
no, it's the owls. I've based this whole thing's based on greasy owls. So if owls aren't greasy, then
Why are you called Court of Owls and not the Greasy Owls?
oh,
then?
I've got to rethink a few things. Oh,
I'll give you this. You're very greasy.
thank you, thank you. I am.
Yeah.
Zippy's back.
The
folks.
dog's back, everybody.
Look at you. Remember, I didn't put a cone on your head. I'm the blameless one.
No, that was him, Zippy.
No.
Don't listen to
No,
him.
it wasn't. No, it was other people.
All right, Zippy, you're going to have to go out because we're talking about the Batman.
We are talking about the bat. There's no room for you, Zippy.
You're cute, but you're not cute enough.
Oh, Zippy, no, don't take Zippy away. Oh no, I wanted Zippy here forever. Wow.
We also got, I don't know if you saw this, Mason, the very first image of Joker 2 Double Trouble.
I didn't see that, no.
Have a look at
Okay.
comicbookmovie.com has it.
Whoa.
It's a good website. You could go to Todd Phillips's Instagram where he posted it.
Oh my god,
Mason.
Oh my god.
There's so many places you could visit it at.
I'm going to look at Todd Phillips's Instagram. 1L, 2Ls.
I don't know. Ask him.
2Ls.
You don't follow Todd Phillips?
No.
Why not?
Don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a Hangover fan?
It's a great point. I should. Okay, he's having a bit of a shave. It's Joaquin Phoenix. He's looking skinny as all heck.
Yeah, you're looking skinny.
He's having
got
a big.
skinny again.
He's having a big shave.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Who do you think's giving him a big shave?
Well, I think he's probably in the asylum and whatever, and they have to,
Yeah,
because they can't give him
yeah.
a razor.
That's true.
Because he'll go Joker on them.
That's true.
Go old Goblin mode on them.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Yes, James. Just because it's been put in the Oxford English Dictionary or whatever doesn't mean you can adopt the slang of the youth. Okay.
I can do it.
No.
If Elon Musk can say it, I could say it, Mason. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. I just can't picture you going goblin mode.
I'm not going Goblin mode.
I know.
I'm acknowledging when something is going to go Goblin mode or has or is in the process of going Goblin mode.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Vaguely.
You wouldn't get it. It's because I'm younger than you
It's true.
by mere months.
God.
Mason. And following it up with that, we've got Ryan Coogler, who directed the first in this franchise, Creed 3.
Oh.
Also Michael B. Jordan, also in Black Panther, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever, apparently. But Creed 3 is directed by Michael B. Jordan. And apparently it's Rocky-free. Creed 3, Rocky-free.
Very nice.
Which is fine, because Rocky finished up his story.
And all the E's are threes.
Yes, that's right.
All in Creed 3 and Rocky 3, all threes.
Wouldn't that be Creed 33?
It'd be
Creed
Creed. It'd be Creed 3,333, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Unless we're saying three, the word three is written as a word.
Yep.
And the E's in that are also threes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so that's.
Makes for a very confusing marketing campaign.
Agreed. That's what we want.
Threed.
It's right, exactly.
We all agreed about all of that. So Creed 3, though, kind of didn't expect it.
Yeah. How did Creed 2 end?
He won, and
Nice.
then Rocky went and saw his son.
Nice.
Fucking absolute amazing ending. Loved it. Rocky was like, "Can I come in? I was my son. You look just like a grandma. Look at me. I'm Rocky. I'm actually, just between you and me, I'm the actor Sylvester Stallone. Just look at me.
I'm real.
Tell me I'm real.
I'm real. So do I look real?
This isn't like, this is not me like getting off on people telling me I'm real. I just need to know. I need to know.
Yes, Sylvester, I think you're real. Guilty. You're guilty.
You're coming with me. What?
Get in the car. I like this guy.
Stallone confused by reality.
He's making his own reality TV show, but he doesn't understand
Dredd.
reality. And he's also Judge Dredd. Yes. Is his son still Milo Ventimiglia?
Yeah, he was,
in that
yeah.
movie. Okay, great, love him.
This is a stupid show.
Disagree. This is an anchor of sanity, James. That's what this show is. Yeah.
But I do know this.
Go on.
The Walking Dead season finale also starts in February.
Oh. So is this a series finale? This is it?
Yeah, but there's like Rick spin-offs and I don't know.
Right.
And then I think it's the other
There's
one.
more than one Rick spin-off?
Is Fear the Walking Dead going? Look, if you want a really good zombie show, Black Christmas, Black Summer, what's it called?
Black Summer, yeah.
Yeah, incredible. 2 seasons, harrowing. They just kill everybody you like. Just like, it's nuts. It's fucking insane. And it's very good.
James, if you want a good zombie series,
I don't.
everybody's on their phones out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Have you tweeted this?
Shouldn't I?
You could draw a little cartoon. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like, you're standing in front of a tree or the moon, and you should be looking
I'm
at it.
like, hey, everyone, look at the moon.
But everybody's watching Moonfall.
It's rapidly receding for some reason. And everybody's watching Moonfall on their phones, and that makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a world. It's
Yeah.
2022.
Is that a new
isn't it?
T-shirt?
I don't know. Some of the clothes, my nice clothes, I don't wear normally when you see me because I have kids.
Yeah,
and
right.
they roll me in dirt like twice a day. So I went out today, and that's why you're like, that's a clean. Look at these fucking shoes, mate. Look how crisp these are. You
Oh,
see-
those are crisp. Yeah.
I wear
And
them
I've
like
seen those
3 times a
before.
year.
I've seen those before, yeah. And they
Yeah.
were crisp then and they're crisp now. That's incredible.
Right.
Is it that one of your kids, like, crouches behind you and the other one, like, clips you in the chest
Yeah.
in the front and drops you onto the ground? But it's not the ones you'd think.
No.
It's the infant that clips you in the air.
Yeah. We
And
need
the-
someone sturdy to fall over.
Yeah, that's true,
I'd
yeah.
crush my baby.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I didn't anticipate in being a parent?
They just roll you into it.
You know what I did?
They're trying to be. They've dug you a grave out there. They're trying to put you in a grave.
Hey, Dad, we dug you 2 graves. One for you, and then a second one for you because we're going to cut you in half.
And you're like, that's not the way it goes. And they're like, okay, boomer.
Anyways, what I didn't anticipate in being a parent
Yes.
is how often, I would say at least once a day, that one of your kids steps on your balls. Like, it happens.
You've definitely mentioned the
so
ball
much.
stepping before.
To you, or
I don't know,
There's
maybe
probably
on
a
this.
great tweet in that.
Yeah.
But good stuff.
Oh.
And this is from Ben.
Mm-hmm.
It says, random thought. but I feel like it's overlooked that Morbius was in the PS2, PSP, Wii, and DS version of the tie-in game for Spider-Man 3 in 2007.
Whoa.
That's how I was introduced to the character, plus whoever Shriek is. I know Shriek. Hashtag Weekly Planet
That
Pod.
the big green guy.
Yeah, something like that.
He's an all-star, that
I
guy.
was a big Spider-Man 2 fan of the video
yes.
game, obviously, but I never played 3 because the reviews weren't great. And it was in that era where I didn't have a PS3 and it was on PS2, but the PS2 version isn't as good and whatever, and the reviews weren't great all around and whatever. So I never played that game. But yeah, they would do a thing where like they'd throw in a bunch of villains that you wouldn't see in the actual movies. Like there's shockers
Yes,
in
that's
and
true.
a bunch
Yeah,
of stuff.
and you'd get they'd often get like a. You'd either get classic look,
Yep.
or you'd be like, "Oh, this is a new version for this reality." Like
Exactly.
how they given us a new artistic
Let me
kind
check
of
what it
vibe
looks
to
like.
it.
Let me just bring that up. Morbius Spider-Man 3 game. Here we go. How's he looking?
But that's what I liked about the Spider-Man PS4 game. It's like they were like, "Okay, here's
Yes.
many of the classic villains, but how they're going to look in this universe."
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
There you go. Yeah, they went pretty
Yeah,
classic with
okay,
him.
that's- yep.
Is that chest hair or a gunshot?
I think it's a gun. I think it's blood.
Wow. That's great stuff.
Yeah.
Really cool. Well, yeah, cool. All right, Morbius. That's how, you probably should just keep those memories, and those are all the memories you need of that character.
Memories.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe Monthbius can live on in your heart.
No, I'm cancelling Monthbius
Whoa.
officially.
Is this a veto?
Yes.
Is this a veto on this
It's a
long-running
veto,
riff?
yes.
All right. So you got how many do you have left then? I can't remember.
One or none, but it was worth it.
I think it's one. All right. Okay, folks. Monthbius is over forever. It's never coming back.
I can't bring it back?
No, I think we'd have to do like a fresh,
Yeah.
fresh take on
Fresh
it. maybe.
take, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, if there's one thing that Morbius cannot do, is a fresh take.
Absolutely not. That's done. Yeah.
Okay, what's next? So Sonic, I watched Sonic the Hedgehog 2 with my son this week.
Yes.
It was all right.
Was it better or worse than the last one? Or the
same.
The same. Okay,
Well, it
terrific.
was better in the sense that there's more like Sonic stuff.
Okay.
It's more like focused on Sonic and him and Tails working together and Knuckles shows up and whatever.
Okay.
My son loved it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got robots, like giant robots and adventure and speed and fighting and fun and danger and whatever.
yeah.
But it's all very safe and
Not too much fighting.
No, not too much fighting.
Knuckles doesn't turn Sonic into a bloody pulp.
No, but you
with
know,
his
the-
famous signature Echidna
Exactly.
sandwiches.
They make pretty much Knuckles.
He's got his Echidna sandwiches.
Thanks. Shut up.
Gives
Hey,
Sonic,
shut up.
He gives Sonic an Echidna
Shut up. I'm
sandwich.
vetoing Kidna sandwich.
That might be your last one, James.
It is, yes.
Oh my
Worth
god!
it.
And it's only April. Wow.
Could I earn another one?
Maybe, I don't know. We'd have to figure out a system, I guess.
So people don't know I've got 2 vetoes for the year to veto a riff.
No, you had 3.
Oh yeah, 3. And the first one I can't remember.
Yeah, but then the second one was Monthbius.
And now the third one is a Kidna sandwich. And I'm done. I'm shutting it down that's me for the year. God, I'm going to regret that.
You sure are. That is fun.
All right, Mason. Let's move it along.
Okay.
Top Gun Maverick has thundered into cinemas, Mason. Much like the movie Thundercats, which is not out yet. They're making that. Adam Wingard is making a Thundercats live-action movie.
But what you're saying is that when that movie is finally released, the fervor will be similar to the release of Top Gun Maverick.
Fervor, that's good.
Good
Yes.
word, right?
The fervor maybe for you because you'll be so attracted to everybody in that. Maybe,
No.
yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
It's interesting that you think that. But listen, Top Gun
I mean, you're the one who brought it up. You're
What?
the one for whom Thundercats is top of mind. That's interesting.
No, I just wanted to make you happy by bringing up a thing that you're looking forward to.
Wow. The air action is spectacular, but it's not even really about that. It's about, like we said, it's about getting old and making amends for the mistakes of your past and passing along your knowledge to the next generation and also yourself.
And making sure you're the only one left alive from the previous movie.
Val Kilmer's in this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he returns as Iceman, at first in text form. And
Admiral Iced Man?
yes.
That's right, Iced Man. I didn't
Iceman.
misspeak.
I would never correct you. Not on this
Admiral
show.
Iced Coffee Man.
So, but we end up getting a scene.
Admiral Iced Vovo Man.
We end up getting a scene between Iced Man and Maverick, and it's because he's typing it out because, like Val Kilmer in real life, he's had throat cancer and
Tracheotomies.
yes, I don't know whether he can speak at all. Well, he does in this movie, but I don't know whether that was in some kind of enhancement because I also saw that they're trying to recreate his voice using archival footage and recordings. So I don't know where they were at by the time they filmed this, 3 years ago.
But I thought it was a very touching scene. I
thought
it was
so
nice,
too, yeah.
Now, not only the two iconic characters, but also two iconic actors.
And they're just blokes. They're like,
They're just
we're blokes.
blokes,
Let's
yeah.
hug.
I'm wearing a scarf. That's a thing a bloke can do.
Bloke can wear a scarf.
Yeah, you can drive a motorcycle and I can wear a scarf. I'm Iced Man.
Yeah.
I'm Admiral Iced Man.
So a big the original movie was responsible for a 500% increase in Navy recruitment at the time, and I think this movie
And this one, ISIS recruitment.
what
Yeah.
because of Iceman.
Yes.
No, Iceman.
No,
he wasn't in ISIS though.
People aren't hearing it correctly because of the, you know how audio.
They thought Tom Cruise went to visit his old friend from ISIS.
That's correct.
Oh no!
Yes.
Did you watch the first movie before you see this?
You know, but,
But even then, maybe you think you joined ISIS in between
Afterwards,
movies.
yes.
Oh God!
It's bad for everyone. That's why the audio in theaters is so bad these days. You know, and they put the recruiting stations outside the cinemas.
For ISIS?
Yes.
Oh no!
It's not technically illegal.
It isn't.
Nope.
I think that would be illegal. I think that would be shut down.
It
wouldn't
says not a terrorist organisation on the booth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like saying in a video game.
That's right. It's like, hey, do you want to? It's the booth says, hey, do you want to join ISIS in Minecraft? So,
But on Navy recruitment, so this was all done through the Pentagon's cooperation, and it says via them they said someone from there said it does not have to be a love letter to the military, which it is anyway, but it needs to uphold the integrity of the military, and it's certainly.
he apologised.
I was apologising to the military, but I said.
Oh, right. Well, that's
not
very
to
noble
you.
of you, actually.
But I don't think this works as a recruitment tool in the same way that the original one does, because the world is vastly different.
Yeah.
And the information that you can receive about other countries in the world and why wars are fought and why the military-industrial complex exists, it kind of... Freedom, but it kind of will put a damper on
I agree,
lot of that. And I think people are also more realistic about, I can't just go and fly a plane.
Yeah.
There's a lot of steps between joining up and then getting to be one of the
Being
very
the
few
Top Gun,
people
sure,
that get
yeah.
to be a Top Gun.
But the opening crawl does say, you know,
No,
and then it just says, remember, everyone gets to be a Top Gun.
sign up to our ISIS recruitment center.
Oh, no!
Get ready, everybody, to hold your hands dominantly in front of yourself to hold back an aggressive dinosaur multiple times, because we're going to talk about right now Jurassic World Dominion. But again, it's like, oh, Blue's got a kid. Blue's kid's been kidnapped. Again, like, I don't give a fuck about this fucking horrible thing that you made.
Yeah.
It's a horrible
again,
monster.
and it's interesting because Blue, again, is a somewhat trained velociraptor.
Somewhat.
And we've also reached the point that Biosyn, the new company, have built. They've implanted all the dinosaurs with a little chip, so they can make the vast majority of them just do whatever. So Blue is obsolete now,
Yes.
which is I mean, it makes you think, doesn't it?
Mate, a lot of this made me think, actually.
Yeah. But it's a barely controlled monster. It's like if you could train an alligator. If you let your guard down for a second, it's still like you could raise an alligator from
To, like, grab a piece of chicken out of your hand.
Yeah, you could raise it from infancy and, like, you know, see it every day and give it little pats or whatever. But if you turn your back for a second, it's going to eat you because that's what it does, and that's the same with this.
To be fair, have you seen stories about the guy who saved the alligator and then he swam with the alligator every day?
Did it eat him?
Not yet.
It's going to eat him. If you're listening, guy who swims with the alligators, if you're putting on the Weekly Planet podcast while you swim with the alligators, first of all, get those out of your ears.
Yeah, they're not waterproof.
Yeah, and secondly, it's going to look out.
Yeah.
You know?
So...
Put the chicken in front of me. I'm gonna eat the chicken. I'm not gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat the chicken. You just put it down and then turn around. I'm eating the chicken. You see me eat a chicken so many times. You don't need to look at me eating the chicken. You just turn around, mate. I'll eat the chicken.
Bang! I shot ya.
Who was that?
I don't know. They shot each other.
Oh no.
But anyway, so the T-Rex makes the Jurassic Park logo, and that's good at one point.
I did see that. That was a bit of fun. A bit of fun, you know, there was that. There was the Dodgson is killed by the compies in the similar manner that Nedry was killed.
Dilophosaur.
Is that what they are?
Yeah.
The big frilly neck one. Okay, yeah.
As if.
Pick up.
Think you're getting away?
Pick up the shaving cream can, mate. You pick it up, I'm going to spit in your eyes. Don't worry about it, mate.
And if I did, it's just regular spit. I won't use my poison spit.
You're not going to talk to the cops, are you, mate?
Look up Auntie Donna.
Ben Mendelsohn, yeah.
If you could.
It had a nice looking ending, and I think it also had a very nice looking start. There's a moment which is in the trailer where some fishermen, they're crab fishing or something like that, and the big sea-based dinosaur jumps up and,
Yum, yum,
and
yum.
eats the thing and it tips.
This is mine.
Tips the ship underwater. I think that was a good looking.
Put your big crab net into the water.
I'm not gonna eat it, mate. I'm not gonna eat it. Just put it in there and look
You
away.
haven't been talking to the fishing and gaming wildlife authorities, have you, mate? Sorry, go on.
That's all I had. It was a good looking start and a good looking end.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's how I plan to live my life. Ugly in the middle.
Yeah, nice.
But I'm just going to bookend
Just a
it.
beautiful silver fox at the end. And a beautiful silver fox when you were born.
Mason, we're bloody halfway through phase 4, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
I love it.
Well, because I sent a graphic over to you. This is via IGN.
That's true.
Should I explain a graphic?
You could explain a graphic if
Just
you
gotta
would, if you'd
scroll
be so
through.
bold.
It's in my phone, but my son, every now and then, he grabs my phone and takes 400 photos on it.
Well, I've got it here right now.
Okay.
James, I'll describe it to you.
Yep.
There's an image of Thor.
Yep.
He's raising a weapon aloft. I assume it's Stormbreaker.
It is, Mason.
His mystical axe, but you can't see the top of it, so it could be really anything.
Could just be a stick.
Could be an oar.
Yep.
Like maybe
Could be an oar, yeah.
maybe they're on a boat or something.
Yep.
And then next to him is, and a little bit below is Jane Foster Thor.
None
the
of this
mighty
is
Thor.
the relevant information.
I don't know, James. And then there's the IGN logo in the top right corner, which
Yep.
I think that's their logo. And then there's a title. It says MCU runtimes by phase.
You're forgetting that there's a moon or planet behind them.
Oh, there is some kind of moon or planet, isn't there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is good stuff.
Anyways,
And I think they're standing on some rocks, like a rocky outcropping.
doesn't
or
look
something.
like they're flying or floating.
No, unless the rock is also flying or floating, possibly through space.
Gotcha, good.
Anyway, it says Phase 1, 6 films, 12.4 hours.
Yep.
Phase 2, 6 films, 12.7 hours. Phase 3, 11 films, 24.9 hours.
That's interesting because the first two phases are a bit over 12 hours each, right? And then the phase 3 with 11 films, that's double that.
That's an
pretty much,
increase.
Mason. Yeah.
That's an increase. Phase 4, so far, 6 films, 7 shows, 49.5 hours. And that particular, then there's like a graphic there.
Yeah.
And that's
It's double the
double
last
the
one.
length, yes.
And we are about halfway, maybe a tiny bit over as of so
Wow.
far.
I thought we were right towards the end.
I thought we were entering a new phase, Mason, but it
So
turns
all the
out-
stuff that has been announced thus far, all the stuff that was on that, we've got Armor Wars and we've got all that.
Yeah.
Is that still phase 4?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, apparently.
Wow.
We'll talk about that, some upcoming stuff as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through each of these in kind of the order that they were released. We're going to determine, I guess, a couple of things, Mason, whatever we think of that particular thing,
Yes.
how it's maybe held up since it came out.
Yes.
And what maybe, in the wider scheme of things, does this mean anything?
Yeah. Can we connect to these dots and strings? Can we connect them with an overarching
You
plot?
reckon we could connect them with previous movies and be like, that's a character from a previous movie?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, good. Great.
Easy
good.
done it. Easy done it.
Easy done it, yeah. The next up we've got, straight after, we talked about this, is Eternals.
I didn't like it. I didn't think it was a very
like
good
it
movie.
either.
But what it did lead to was this question has been raised, I believe, on Twitter a bunch of times. It left us with a celestial rather, just sticking out of the earth.
Yes.
And a lot of people on Twitter have said, why has nobody mentioned this?
Yeah.
Because of everything else. That's
everything
why.
else is going on.
Everybody else is tired.
Yeah.
We often don't. In my daily life, I don't mention monkeypox a lot.
That's
'cause
true.
I've got other stuff going on.
But
I know it's there.
You remember when there was that big swirling ocean fire? Looked like
Yeah, I
a
remember
mouth
the
of
ocean
hell.
fire,
I saw
yeah.
that once and I went, I don't give a shit. Next thing.
Yeah, same.
This could be still going. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Could be expanding rapidly.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Could be ringing your doorbell right now. Hello, it's the expanding ocean fire. I'm swirling it on fire.
Yeah. I'm also
Have you considered upgrading your internet plan?
exactly. It's just a terrible energy company. So there you go, Mason. Maybe it's, and also whenever I see a thing online, I'm like, is this marketing? Is this just marketing?
Oh, whenever there's
Some
another
marketing
horrible
thing.
thing. Okay. Okay. What other lasting elements did Eternals bring to?
Well, they also got dragged out into the other side of the universe by something for some reason.
That's true. They did.
So is that like, are they doing, and they also introduced, what's his name? One Direction.
Kingo.
Yes, they introduced Kingo. What's his name? One Direction.
Eros. Wait,
Eros.
maybe it's Eros?
His name is Eros, but his name is also in real life
Harry Styles.
Brendan Chapley.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to put in Harry Styles because that's going to be important.
Okay, great.
Because you don't cast
Yeah,
him for no reason.
That's true. Is that character's name Eros, or is it
Yeah,
something
'cause
else?
he's God of Love. He's Thanos' brother.
Yeah,
or whatever.
right.
Yeah,
But does
yeah.
he have? It doesn't matter. Star Fox, I think they call him.
Star
also,
Fox?
yeah.
Yes, you're right.
But they probably won't call him Star Fox because of the Nintendo character.
No, you can call him Star Fox because in
Terrific.
Australia it's called Star Wing, so we won't be confused.
They should call him Star Fox, but not the Nintendo character in the movie.
Yes. Also, why won't they make another Star Fox
Right?
game? What's happening?
Yeah.
Please, someone fix that at Nintendo. Cool. So Eternals, I guess the idea of Eternals and Celestials and all of that is something.
Yes. If anything, it might tie in with Guardians 3.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Probably
seems
not,
as they
though.
were introduced in a
Yeah.
Guardians movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're always poking around the universe, making
Yeah.
big eggs.
That's true.
Why are they always making big eggs? Stop doing that.
Yeah, it's
And you
just-
need the love and the mind, the unimind to make a big egg hatch.
That's right.
But
You can't
because-
make a Unimind without breaking a few eggs.
But then, because of the snap,
Yes.
the egg didn't hatch because there wasn't
Yeah,
enough people.
yeah.
But then all the people came back, and then
It was
the
egg hatching
was
time.
like,
That's right.
"You're about to get egg, bitch."
That's right.
And then they went, "Let's use all our powers
Yeah, nice.
together.
That's good.
Stop this from happening."
Perfect. Teamwork.
I haven't seen it even once.
No, neither have I.
Wait, one more thing.
Yes.
And something. Yeah,
Blade.
Yeah, we talked about this. But
I don't think the only thing that will ever come back from this is Blade, probably.
Oh, yeah, Blade.
Yeah.
Oh, they said laid. Like
No.
it's a big egg.
Like an egg. No. Blade and maybe the Black Knight, but probably not.
Probably
But
together,
I
right?
suspect that the post-battle scene at the end of Eternals where Cersei, I think, gets abducted by one of the Celestials and like, you will face judgment on the other side of the universe or whatever.
Arasham is here.
I don't think that's ever going to be resolved.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
they'll, even in passing.
in passing it might.
But you
I
don't,
reckon
do you
maybe,
think we won't see it?
I reckon in Secret Wars, like when Secret Wars is just Endgame but times 100 and there's just thousands of portals opening up for the big battle, I think there'll be one where one of the portals open and Arisham's there is just waving and he's like, sorry for the misunderstanding.
guilty.
Not guilty. Bye-bye. Don't
Yeah.
be a stranger, Cersei. And Cersei comes out and she's like, I'm gonna fight.
Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
No.
Also, it's that thing of like, don't get involved. Why didn't you stop Thanos? And I know we've talked about this because we have actually both seen it. And they're like, we were told not to get involved. But he was going to snap half the Earth away.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
important to the Celestials. They need that to patch the big egg.
That's true.
The Earth's an
Yeah.
egg mason.
Yeah. And look, I
The
appreciate...
Earth's an egg mason.
Yeah, no,
Do you
I
think
know
the Earth being an egg is going to come back?
No, never. Literally never. Because we don't
Can we at least fly over and be like, what's that?
Because we don't
Remember
have...
that time the Earth was an egg?
I guess the question is, which character would make a quip about it being an egg? Because Tony Stark's dead.
Yeah.
And he can't be like, boy, that's...
The Earth's an egg.
This is an egg.
Hey.
I'm Tony Stark. This is an egg. You believe this? He's run out of quips. There's got to be a point, I think, where societally the Marvel Universe run out of quips.
out of quips.
And people are just like, jeez, you see this? Jeez, cripes.
Maybe they'll answer it in a what if episode. They'll just be like, listen, hey, normally these are like what if stories, but this is just the second Eternals movie.
Yeah,
and
right.
It's in the regular universe.
And it's going to be split with another.
Yeah,
They're going to be
and
like,
it's Howard the Duck too.
You got 10 minutes and then Howard the Duck too. Yeah. Look again. Look, I appreciate that they took a shot on a director
Completely
who was
agree.
going to give it a different visual style. It's a shame that the visual style was uninteresting.
I mean, they did a lot of real location stuff.
I guess.
They're always in a field or whatever.
Yeah.
Salma Hayek's always leaning against a fence in a cowboy hat being like, humanity's pretty good actually, and the Earth's an egg.
It's true. It's true. Icarus, you flew too close to the sun and the world's an egg.
It did. Because it's funny because the story of Icarus, again,
Yeah.
we've talked about this, of the guy flying too close to the sun and whatever.
Yeah.
That's within the thing. It's like it's in the universe.
Yeah.
And he's Icarus.
You'd
And
think he
then
wouldn't.
And then he does it.
Yep. Yeah.
He's supposed to be dead also.
Okay.
Was he a guy that was right?
No.
Because he wanted to.
Because he wanted to end all life on Earth, I think.
With the egg.
With the egg, yes.
Yeah.
Look, but again, I think it was probably a mistake to go with we're going to do kind of like sort of minimalist 2001
Yeah.
visuals for this particular thing when previously we'd seen Marvel cosmic stuff and it's Technicolor and amazing and incredible and that sort of stuff to go with. Actually, space is very cold and quiet and we fly around in a big black brick and the Earth's an egg. You know? If the Earth's an egg, you can't also fly around in a big black brick. No? I don't think it works.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
But that's all I have for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a big, boring stone countertop.
Yeah. Oh, it really is.
You go to somebody's house and you're like, you don't have kids, do you? Because you bought this dumb thing.
That's right. It's all angles for your kid to crack their head on.
That's right. And expensive.
Yeah.
Which you could do if you don't have kids.
Well, exactly. Otherwise, your kid's just going to get a fork and just chip into it. They're bored one day and you're not there, so they're just chipping out of your countertop. The only real other legacy this movie has.
Legacy.
The only legacy this movie has left is that in Ms. Marvel, there is a moment where Ms. Marvel and one of her boys she's got a crush on or has a crush on her, they have a discussion about Bollywood movies and they have a disagreement over which Kingo they like the most. One of them likes modern day Kingo and the other one likes
I don't remember that.
That. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably weren't paying attention.
I wasn't.
Your kid was probably attacking your countertop and you're like, get off it. But yeah, and one of them likes Kingo's grandfather or whatever.
Oh, okay, right.
Unbeknownst to them, Kingo and Kingo's grandfather are the same Kingo.
Yes, absolutely. I guess also, don't we see those guys, they're in Thor Love and Thunder, there's a couple of those. Like when they fly through the window, a couple of them like look around.
What, a couple of Eternals?
Yeah, no, not Eternals. The
a
other
couple
one.
of Celestials. Yeah, the Celestials
are
are
in
in
that,
it.
yeah.
But the Celestials were
They're
in
already
Guardians.
in it. You're right. Yeah, absolutely right. Anyway,
thumbs down. 4 thumbs down.
Yeah, but that idea that you can go into any universe, I think that's awesome. Yeah, I thought about Deadpool 3, right? I've been thinking about this.
Oh, yeah.
And I think...
Just had some idle time.
Yeah.
About Deadpool 3.
They won't do this, and it's already decided upon. Mm-hmm. What if they brought back Hugh Jackman?
Go on.
But Deadpool just grabs Hugh Jackman, the actor.
Love it.
And takes him on his adventures.
Yes.
And he tries to get him to do like Wolverine things. And he's just like, I'm Hugh Jackman, the actor.
What if...
Huge actor.
What if... they went through various parallel universes and they collected all the various characters Hugh Jackman has played over a span of years.
Yes.
They got him from Paperback Hero.
Yep.
They got him from Les Miserables, if in fact he's in that.
Yes.
They get him from...
The Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman, they get him from that.
They get him from the movie Swordfish.
They get him from... Hugh Jackman thinks about his memories somewhat. It's a team of Hugh Jackmans. Yeah. And then Wolverine shows up. The new guy playing Wolverine just kills them all.
Yep. Sure, absolutely fine. What do you think about that, though, really? Because I know Hugh Jackman's like, I don't want to be Wolverine again. And what if they're like, you're not?
That'd be funny. I would love that.
And I think also, would it be too much if they just kept him the entire movie? That he just hung around the entire time?
I would love that. Deadpool with Hugh Jackman as sidekick. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Anyway, they won't do it, but it would be cool.
Yeah, we can imagine it. Our imagination.
Exactly.
And we can pitch it to Hugh Jackman if we ever meet him.
You know, he met Fred Savage or whatever. It's like that shit, you know? Deadpool, when he met Fred Savage.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's just like that shit. Mm-hmm. It's just like that goddamn shit, Mason. Next up, we're in 2022 now, which is actually the year we're in now.
That's right.
Look around, Mason. That's where we are.
Whoa, this is awful.
Yeah.
We thought it was going to be better, but it sucks just as much as the previous year.
Don't let this drab room
fool you, that's true, yeah.
But beyond these walls, it is awful, yes.
Yeah.
My goodness, do you hear that?
No.
Do you know what it's known for? Do you hear that when I said that?
I heard, but what was the thing? I did hear what you said then.
Yeah.
But I am a little bit concerned about the thing.
There wasn't anything prior to that. I was trying to riff and then you'd riff and then we'd go into the thing, but you just shot me down.
So your riff prompt was name anything. Name any noise.
That's what they do with the improv group might be like, give me a word, give me a name,
James,
give me a place.
James, you know how that's not how my brain works. My brain doesn't work at all. But when somebody goes, name a song, any song, and you're like, oh, no, I can't. I don't.
My brain always goes Blur song too because it's got song in the
Oh, that's good.
in the title. Yeah. Anyway, did you hear that?
Yes, it was the sound of the upcoming segment as it approaches on a big train.
Sure.
We're in a tunnel and it approaches
it's
on like an old timey steam train and it's on a little carriage, like an open air carriage. It's in a box.
Yeah, okay,
We
great.
open it up.
And here it is. And what is it? Wow, it's
the theme to what we read and what we're going to read.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's on mute, but no, it won't be. I had plenty of time to unmute that. I'm doing the thing. What are we reading today? Mason,
Yes.
you didn't notice that I didn't do a thing.
What didn't
I
you? Oh,
did
you didn't
not
say,
say-
you didn't say Westworld.
No, because of course I was saying Westworld for maybe
Wow.
3 years
Yeah.
because I was waiting for the new season of Westworld to drop.
No, you were originally doing it because you were waiting for the new season of Westworld to drop, but then people were like, he should stop saying that thing. And then out of spite, you kept doing it for several years longer than was absolutely necessary.
So yeah, Mason, this is the segment of the show where we talk about what we're reading or what we're going to read or watch or listen to or whatever. But
Correct.
it's normally about things we've already watched or read or listened to. What are you contributing this week, Mason?
This week,
You've bought some absolute
I'm finally
gold.
contributing. This week, I watched a few episodes of Reacher, the new
what's that
Amazon
like?
Prime Jack Reacher TV series, following up from the successful Jack Reacher Tom Cruise movies, where Tom Cruise plays an enormous man.
Yep. Is this good?
But I think it's pretty solid. I'm like
What's it
halfway
on,
through. So
Stan?
it's on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, but the
Where's
fights.
he get his money?
He was in the armed forces in some capacity. As
Cockfighting.
Yeah, that's right. And he bets on cockfighting. He knows all the best places
No, he
to
doesn't
go.
just bet, he's involved.
Oh, he's right. Right. No, he has an army pension or something, and he gets wired to a Western Union, so he just goes to a Western Union. And he
Does he
gets,
get? I bet he likes physical cash.
yeah, he's
doesn't
all
he?
about cash. He's one of those guys. Yeah.
God damn, that's good stuff. He's a man he's a man that you don't often see anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like men today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Men today, Mason.
Yeah. He goes real.
Hard men create they're hard times. Soft boiled eggs create soft hard men. Soft men create hard type men, and hard men have scrambled times.
Man, I would love some scrambled eggs right now. Really good.
Because you're so high.
Yeah. But also
You
scrambled
familiar
eggs.
with that expression though?
No. Yeah. Yep. It's really good.
Now I feel safe bringing this up because we're well out of the news segment, and if you're
Uh-huh.
out of the news segment, you can't add a bit of news later.
Oh no!
officially.
You're gonna veto something?
No, Mason, you have you didn't put in your one bit of news this week.
Yeah, I knew I didn't, and I
which
thought
means I get how many do I need to get a veto back? Is it
3 or 5 or something.
I got
can't
one.
remember. Yeah. No,
All
I
right.
remember at the time. I remember thinking when we got to the end, I don't have any bit of news, but I'll let you have this one because I'm so confident that you will never get 3 no bits of news,
We'll see.
and you'll never be able to veto any of my increasingly worse bits. So-
Anyways, I wanted to talk about because I sent you this week. There's a new RoboCop
Oh yeah,
gameplay
that's right.
trailer for the new RoboCop game.
RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Rope Pope Cop. What does that mean? It doesn't matter.
Make
Doesn't
the
matter.
poster.
It's too late. It's too late in the show.
I can't veto it.
Oh my god, you can't. So I'll have to think of
I
something.
don't want to veto RoboCop or whatever it was.
It's Rope Pope Cop. Okay, all right. He's a cop. Okay, a rope and the Pope.
Yep.
How does this go together? Oh, it's like a puzzle and I can't see the
Is
answers.
the rope is using like a lasso as a weapon? Is he the Jude Law version of the Pope?
Ooh,
Is he like
nice.
Pope Benedict?
Yeah.
Which Pope is it?
Which is the nicest? What's the nicest one?
John Paul.
No, he's awful.
I know.
All right.
The nice Pope. Oh, the new one. Isn't he the nicest one of all the popes?
No, I think you're onto something there. He's a cop,
Yep.
but he's also the Pope, and he does lasso criminals. I
And
think.
he's got that rope belt.
But he whips
He's
that
using
off.
that.
Yeah. And his robes like once he takes the rope off,
Yeah,
like his
yeah.
robes like whoosh out behind him like
Yeah.
a cape.
I can't stress enough, Mason, that this is nothing.
I know, but you can't stop it.
I don't
You need-
wanna stop
You need
it.
2 to 4 more bits of news that I don't provide.
Somebody reminded me how many vetoes I could do.
It's maybe I don't know.
Anyways, there's a new
What's his
gameplay.
catchphrase? Rope Pope Cop.
I'm a pedophile.
Oh no! Oh no, James!
It's not my fault.
It's no one's fault. It's society's fault.
That's right. You should have vetoed this when you had the chance.
I will never, because I believe in the power of whatever this is. It's not quite improv. I don't know what it is though.
Certainly not improv.
Certainly something though, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I could actually do this with anybody else. Like, it wouldn't work.
No, it wouldn't work. No, it would be killed. But you're talking about the video game RoboCop Rogue City, which is a first-person shooter.
Yes.
But you're RoboCop and you're just blasting people.
Yeah, and I believe it's the same developer as the guys who did the Terminator game of late.
Is that any good?
Yeah, it was good. It was
Okay.
like it was a pretty low budget for what it was,
Yeah,
but
right.
it exists in the Skynet future,
Uh-huh.
and you do your little missions in the
Yeah,
wastelands,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it was it was like when it came out, a lot of reviewers are like, boo, no, kind of cheap and whatever.
Uh-huh.
But then slowly you got this groundswell of people being like, no, this is actually pretty good, and it is. I played through the entire thing, which I rarely do, and I very much enjoyed it. It ties into a
Okay.
bunch of the movies, the good ones. and which is all of them. And
Well,
then,
this is probably gonna tie into all the good RoboCop movies, i.e. the first one.
That's right. Peter Weller is back as well,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
still probably returning.
We didn't
in a
really
movie.
get anything in terms of like plot wise,
No,
but it's got a sinister vibe to it.
a new gang perhaps.
Maybe, but it felt like the fact that it's called Rogue City, like is
Yeah,
it kind of felt like there's something off
Looking for
about
the date.
RoboCop in it.
yeah, maybe.
Like maybe he's going to turn evil. You're going to turn evil. I don't know.
Oh, it's coming out next year. Like next June.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
Well, in the meantime, we still have Rope Pope Cop. So,
I don't like his catchphrase. I don't like
well,
it.
tough. That's the society we live in. We could change it. There's still time.
No,
Okay.
there's no vetoing. We just build.
Okay.
All right.
It's time to rope a dope, but I'm still a pedophile. Better? That's an improvement, I think.
mean, you know, it's like the core of the character is still intact.
So it works. Look, we'll put it on some lunchboxes. We'll see which one sells better. That's how this works.
Some children's lunchboxes.
Yes.
Great. Mason,
Oh, it's so late.
is there another segment of
There
the
is
show?
one segment and then we get the
Fuck.
heck out of here. No, this is going really well, I think. Well, I watched a couple of movies this week.
Oh, really?
I finally watched Confess Fletch.
Oh, was that like?
It's fun. It's pretty low stakes.
Love those days.
It's, John Hamm is an absolute delight, as you
Yeah.
might imagine, and annoying.
Hey, Mason, what about this?
Yes.
This is a riff. We start a restaurant. It's called Low Stakes, and you eat steaks on the floor, cross-legged.
I love it.
They bring it out and they go,
Nice.
here's your low stakes. We serve them.
We
And
do.
say-
So we're responsible for this.
yeah. And we say,
Okay.
here's your low stakes. And then we
Right.
laugh. And whoever's there is with us, they laugh.
I do love to laugh. That's actually very good.
And we do that for the rest of our lives.
The rest of our lives?
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you think?
Even when like the business, like it probably has an initial like social media like boost and
Because
quite
people are like,
popular.
why would you do this?
And then people are like, we actually prefer to eat at a table with chairs and stuff.
we're like, there you get it.
Come on, no, you guys get it. And then we continue to do it for the rest of our lives,
Yes.
even though profits are down.
Yeah. We could also not cook the steaks, and there could be a hot plate on the floor. I know
yeah.
that would be dangerous, but people were like, they could cook their own meat on there, and that way we don't have to cook. We can just bring out steaks.
It could be dangerous, but as people go into the restaurant, we could go and don't step on that bit of the floor because it's real hot, ha, and they would never know if we were being serious or not.
but also shoes off.
Yeah. Right.
It's disrespectful.
Shoes off in our house. Disrespectful.
Also, when we come out, we'll hold the plates in our mouths.
Okay.
And we'll be like, because we got to be low, so we'll worm our way across the room.
Oh, so we can't
We got to keep it low.
keep it low because
Yeah.
the stakes always have to be low.
Yeah.
Because you're absolutely right. Because if the stakes ever became high, in a way, the stakes
We'd be a laughing stock, but in a bad way.
yeah, in a way, ensuring the stakes were low, the stakes would never be higher.
That's right.
So
Damn, that's great.
Yeah,
we
that
could
could be
use
our
that.
slogan.
Yeah.
we could guarantee it. Like at those, the pizza place, it's like if we don't deliver your pizza in 30 minutes, it's free.
Yeah.
We could be like, if the stakes go above a certain level in the restaurant, you get them for free.
I love that.
And people will be constantly trying to push the stakes up from the ground.
But we'd be like, no.
No, we'd shoot them. It's
not
with
like-
our guns we got.
Because we're 50.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you're in?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Great.
What could
cool.
go wrong? What could
We'll put it in the CBD, the Central Business District.
Nice.
We could have like rich business people come in. They'd be like, this is an odd place, but the stakes have never been higher.
We're
/
also
lower.
very odd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, what were you really saying?
I was watching Confess
That was a
Fletch.
riff I just wanted to do.
I
just
loved
there.
how you. I loved that you finally did a riff. I appreciated that.
Go on.
A lesser man would have vetoed that riff.
Yeah?
obviously.
Is
But
that you mean?
No,
Is that because you didn't veto it? Is
I
that what you're
didn't
saying?
veto it.
Yeah,
That's
no, I
exactly
appreciate
right, yeah.
that. Thank you.
yeah, that's right.
Anyway, Confess Fletch.
It's fun.
What's it about?
It's about some missing art
Ah.
and a moider.
Is there a gun?
Yes, there is a gun.
Great.
You'd know that if you watch the trailer, James. You'd know there's a
I've
gun.
had watched the trailer. I just don't remember everything that's ever
Okay,
fucking happened to me, Mason. I'm sorry. Jesus.
Well, maybe stop with these pipe dreams where you're making a
Pipe dreams?
That's right.
Excuse me?
James, you just don't have what it takes to be in the restaurant business.
That is true.
Yeah.
But that's why I've reduced all the elements of risk. The actual
Yeah.
cooking of the steaks.
That's right.
If we just buy high quality steaks, that's all the onus is off us. There are no salads or chips. It's just steaks.
Wow.
We don't even do cutlery.
Well,
They just have to use their fingers to flip the
Oh.
steak.
as it's cooking.
Yeah.
Wow, how do they eat the steak?
I
Just
don't
in
give
their
a
hand?
fuck, Mason.
Yes, that's
we
true.
give them a napkin.
I guess you get them to
or
pay.
a newspaper.
Do we
Pick
get-
a newspaper. They can
Do we give
roll
them
it up.
Oh, yeah. We give him yesterday's newspaper.
Yeah, or
Great.
today's. We're not going to
Okay,
read them
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah. What if there's a downturn in the newspaper business? You got to cover all angles.
I don't know, Mason.
Wow.
Also, no toilets. I don't want people coming in using our toilets, all right?
Okay.
If they say, well, where do you guys go to the toilet? We'll say there's a
say our
specific...
homes.
We go home. We hold it. We go home because we're not animals.
That's right. But if you need to go to the toilet, there's another restaurant next door that's not affiliated with us.
Anyway, you're back in. It's by the sounds of
Yeah, I'm back in.
things.
Yeah,
Making
yeah.
business
It's your
decisions.
passion.
Yeah, it's our passion.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway,
It's true.
so Confess Fletch.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm trying to think if there's a restaurant we could merge with, but I don't think we should. At least not in the short term. Mason, what's the next segment of the show?
It's called Letters,
Great.
and it's got a theme, and it goes like this.
What if the other restaurant was called Lettuce, and then it could be steak and lettuce?
I thought you said no sides.
No, I know, but that would be... we would have taken it too far, because people would have been like, they'd know us for not having sides.
Exactly. Right?
You're right.
We could merge with one of those restaurants where the staff are really rude to you.
Okay.
That still exist in 2022.
Like
for some
intentionally rude to you?
reason. Yeah, like Karen. There's a Karen's Diner.
I've seen
in
that,
Melbourne.
yeah. And I saw the guy who got really mad because he got insulted or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in any of that.
No.
I'd rather go to a regular restaurant.
Where they don't yell at you.
Yes.
As much.
Could we promise that? We won't yell at you?
No.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Yeah. It's dangerous ground there.
The whole place is dangerous, Mason.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's barefoot and there's grills on the floor and we're crawling around like worms.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, here's the letters theme. Letters.
Yeah.
The classic one was
Letters, oh letters, we love you. Some letters, they're only a day away.
I know they're here right now. We're going to do that.
Big letters.
Westworld.
That's our new thing we're going to do.
Oh, no. I like big letters. That was fun.
Are you ready to commit to another bit for years, Mason?
Yes! Especially, we don't even know if it's going to... People are going to hate it. That's what I like about it.
Mason, you've got a big letter this week.
I've got so many big letters.
And if people do want to send us a big letter, you can actually send a Gmail to weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com or simply hashtag us on Twitter, #weeklyplanetpod.
Yeah.
Is it true that this is actually the letter segment? And on the letter segment, we have to, if people want to send a letter, they #weeklyplanetpod on Twitter or they weeklyplanetpod, if Twitter's still working, and or weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com.
Oh, if I've been watching, speaking of what we're reading, this week it's just been Twitter and Twitter
Love
melting
it.
down. Incredible.
You know what I love about this as well? Probably the most.
Also, that thing you said is true.
What thing?
The thing about you can send us a letter.
Yes.
That thing is true.
That is true.
I wouldn't lie to you and you wouldn't lie to me.
Correct.
About those things.
We're locked.
So it's accurate.
We're like Dumbledore and Grindelwald. We're locked into some kind of weird hex
Yeah,
where we
that's
can't
right.
lie to each other.
That's right.
Which might have been the point of that movie. I just like being right about...
Oh, yeah?
I mean, I'm not always
You?
right. I'm often wrong. But
You
just
digging
to be
your
like,
heels in and
I've
just
been
being-
telling people, and I guess more people in my life, that like, he's a fucking idiot.
I don't know who you're talking about, James.
And just to see this unfold in real time and watch his fucking idiot brain just like
James,
tick over.
When you say this thing unfolding in real time, do you mean a man playing six-dimensional chess? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's doing it on purpose. Maybe he bought a $44 billion platform
Maybe because he
it.
wants some of his investors to kill him. Maybe that's why he's doing this, because he's such a genius.
And the fact that like it's like shares are tanking in like horrible companies because of fake verified tweets and all of that, like that presumably would have repercussions for a man who's never experienced any repercussions in his entire life.
He's doing it for the lulls.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
But what were you saying earlier this week to me that was like he just wants to be like funny and a good poster?
He wants to be a funny guy on Twitter, but he'll
But
never
he's
be a
just
funny guy on
not.
Twitter.
And I'm not a funny guy on Twitter. It's okay.
You're atrocious on
I'm
Twitter.
atrocious.
But you're not trying to
I'm
be
just
good.
like,
Are
here's
you
a
trying to
video-
be good?
No, never.
Okay, good. Because if you were trying, and you could tell me if you were trying, but if you were trying, that would be
I
atrocious.
would tell you because we can't lie to each
That's
other.
true. Yeah. But yeah, he won't be that guy.
I mean, let that sink in. Come on. And not only that, but
Yeah.
like the build up to that. You got to tell somebody that you got to go get a sink.
Yeah.
Or
Go down
somebody suggested that to you.
Go
and
down
you
to Home Depot and
you
get me a
agreed,
sink.
and then you walk in with it and you say, let that sink in, which also doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, as like a visual gag, like, yeah, sink. You're holding a sink and let something sink in.
Yeah.
Like, what's the joke? And then you put down the sink and one of your fucking minions has to go and get rid of it.
Yeah.
Like dump it in an alley.
Okay, but imagine you're that guy though. That's your whole day.
Oh, I don't care. I'd take that job.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Just the whims of a moron. But just the idea that like he's very clearly bought into everything he's ever done. He's never invented anything, which is fine. Like you're a marketing guy. That is clearly your skill. You've tricked people into like a bunch of people to thinking you're a genius. And just watching that unravel is just a lot of fun. And he'll get out of it because he's rich. Like there won't be any actual repercussions, but it is fun to watch Twitter like just fall apart, which also I'm totally okay with. There'll be another platform at some point, you know?
That's right.
Anyway, did you have any thoughts on it?
BigSandwich.co.
That's right.
For $9 per month. I know that's more. I know that's an extra $1. I know that's more than it takes to get verified, but you get bonus podcasts, movie commentaries, early videos, ad-free feed.
And again, like the idea of getting people to pay $8 a month, which most like to make that profitable, there's not enough people to like who will sign up to make that so. The value of this company is in its users and advertisers, and you've thrown that away, and you're trying to hit people up for money, but that money is not going to cover your losses. Like, you should know that. I know that. Why the fuck don't you know that?
It's crazy, right?
It's crazy.
It's because
you didn't have a plan?
Yeah.
Like you could have walked in and done nothing and just said, we're doing more content moderation in terms of because we want more free speech, and just left everything else the way it was, and you would have been a fucking hero. To idiots, but you still would have been a hero, right?
yeah.
Not fire half of the people. God damn. Just crazy.
It's because people have only seen his successes in public and not all the other stuff that sank without a trace over the years.
like the tunnel.
Like the tunnel, yeah. Well, the tunnel apparently was just a way to delay California from having like high-speed rail.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the letters segment. That's our letters.
Fair enough.
All right, this is from someone named Fionn. I'm going to say it's Finn.
Fionn.
Yes, Fionn. I think it's Finn.
All right, I believe you.
Dear James and Nick,
Hello.
your New Moon video gives me the perfect excuse to show off my collection of New Moon DVDs. These 17 copies of New Moon were bought in a second-hand electronics shop for €8.50 a few years ago for no discernible reason. The shopkeeper was very frustrated as, being inexperienced in his position, he did not know how to multiply an item by 17 on the register and so had to scan each DVD individually.
That's good business.
These DVDs now sit below my TV, causing confusion to visitors. I feign ignorance when they ask what the story is with the DVDs and explain while they may each show the same film, there are 17 individual discs, so they are not literally the same DVD. My former housemate once had to account for the presence of these DVDs when having someone over for a date, and I would like to think that this jarring exchange is the reason the date did not work out. My girlfriend is moving in this month and would prefer we dispose of the DVDs, but this is the hill I will die on. Kind regards, Finn. P.S. I do not own a DVD player. Anyway, there's a picture of the DVD.
It's real.
Now, just as an agent of chaos, I have to respect.
Yeah.
I have to absolutely respect that. That is very good.
Yeah, that's really funny.
That's really good stuff. Yeah, I love it. And I think that is really good. Just somebody showing up to a date. Just the endless.
Yeah.
Just all the drama, and just somebody showing up at the date and having to be like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's got this, like he bought it. I don't know, like it was €8.
Can we put a DVD on? No, we cannot. No.
They're not the same movie.
Yeah. Anyway, keep us updated. And let
please.
us know when your girlfriend throws them all out, because she will, and you will not have any say in it. That's what's going to happen.
That's what's going to happen.
You'll come home from work one day, and she'll be like, "I don't know what you're talking." She'll use the same magic on you. She'll be like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
That's right.
Yeah.
You will have been bested.
That's right. Here's an email from Matthew.
Hello.
I almost died while listening to your podcast. Brackets, not clickbait.
All right.
Hey, James and Meso. So the other day I was listening to the pod while driving home from picking up dinner. Ooh, lucky for some.
I know, right?
While I was entering the highway, an 18-wheeler on the access road missed the entrance and decided it was a good idea to cut across 2 lanes of traffic while also deciding to decelerate to maybe 10 miles an hour on the highway.
Bloomin' heck.
All while this was
Why?
happening, they were going to miss the exit, I think.
Okay.
All while this was happening, you said something hilarious. Oh, lucky for some. And I was too busy laughing to apply the brakes, only doing so at the last possible second, stopping maybe 2 feet from the truck. My car was fine. I flipped off the drive of the truck and proceeded on my way. But my food, which was in the passenger seat, was flung forward and I hit the brakes and was promptly ruined.
Oh, no.
Anyway, keep up the good work, Matthew.
Sounds like we owe Matthew $10.
Yeah, it's not going to get it, though.
Nah, I don't think so.
That's right.
Maybe we'll keep...
We've got dinner to spill in our cars.
That's right. Oh, man, well, I'm glad you're not dead. I wonder if
same.
there's anybody who's, like, listened and died and we don't know.
What a great thing to bring up. But I've also wondered this.
I hope not, Mason. I don't mind telling you.
Do you think, just to make it a bit more positive, because you really dragged the vibe around. I'm
dragging a vibe around.
But you've dragged it down specifically.
Oh.
And what I'm saying is, I think probably there's somebody who's maybe like, they're listening to the podcast and they've dug up like a magical jewel and they've become immortal.
Okay.
You know, and they've shot out into space.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, no, it's
What's
not
that got to do with me?
I don't know, but they're not going to give us $10, are they?
Nah. I don't even want any of those magical powers. I don't want any of that. They're like, you get infinite space powers. You can... No, no. Leave me alone. I got to finish Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
This show that I don't really like.
Are you sure you don't want the magical space powers?
Yes.
I mean, what do you think's going to happen at the end of Jack Reacher? I mean, it's pretty formulaic. I mean, there's going to probably be a big shootout or something.
Have you seen it?
I mean, I watched a few episodes, but I thought it was kind of a foregone conclusion. And also, he's going to go to another town in the next season. So, I mean, what am I going to fall in love with all these characters and then I'm not going to get to see them again?
I think there'll be some recurring characters. He might make a phone call or something.
Oh, a phone call. That's wow. Wow, I'm going to commit to a whole season for a phone. He's going to call the detective, is he?
I don't want the gem. Anyways, do you have any other letters?
I do have another letter.
I do have another letter.
Okay, give us
Not
another
a physical letter.
All right.
All right, I'll just read this one quickly from Jason, who says, it's from Jason, Magic Historian. Sonic is from...
His name is Jason, Magic Historian?
Yep.
Or his name's Jason, he's a Magic Historian?
It's Jason, Magic Historian.
Oh, that's exciting.
I agree. Sonic is from the planet Mobius. I didn't know that.
Okay, great.
Does that extend to Monthbius? # Weekly Planet Pod. Look, Monthbius is self-sustaining at this point.
That's true.
It is beyond my reach to shut down Monthbius outside of this podcast.
Oh, that's true, actually,
Like in the Great Mates group, on Reddit, on Twitter. I can't stop Monthbius. It's like when someone creates an iconic comic book character and it grows beyond them. You know what I mean?
That's true, yeah.
And what they do or say cannot affect what they have done.
That is very true.
Yeah. So it's out of my hands.
What I should have done is I should have really pushed Echidna sandwich to the point where I'm not doing Echidna sandwich right now. I'm talking about in the aftermath of Echidna sandwich. What I should have done is I should have really pushed the bit every week, and then it could have become self-sustaining. That's my mistake. You know?
What about for every one bit of news you don't bring?
No. That's no.
I mean, it's less work for you.
So for every one bit of news I don't bring, you get another veto. No, that doesn't
What if
sound
like
good to me.
five for one?
No, I don't like it. No.
10?
No, that wasn't the rules. You had 3 vetoes to spend wisely. And it's merely April.
Exactly. All right, anything else? Self-Aware Bacterium says, thoughts on the Halo series so far? I wasn't happy Master Chef removed his helmet, but I was willing to see the different kind of
James,
story.
have you done that on purpose?
No, they wanted to tell. The problem with Master Chef is the least interesting character in the series. Who is Master Chef in the series? Who becomes the Master Chef?
James, why have you done this?
What have I done?
Why have you? I don't like this. I like
#, Weekly Planet Pod.
I haven't watched Halo.
I haven't watched it. I know people who like the games, do not like the show.
Well, there's
generally.
Yeah, one of the admins on the Planet Broadcasting Great Mates Facebook group, Fidel, every week starts up a Halo episode thread, and I think in a most recent one he was like, "Is anybody still watching this? Anybody liking this? Anybody?"
What am I doing
think a lot
here?
of people were like, "I started this because I was excited for Halo." And maybe and they're just sort of watching it out of an obligation now. It seems to be very light on action. Master Chef takes his helmet off.
Mason, you've said it wrong.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I would never do that.
It's Mr. Chef.
It's Mr. Chef.
He's French.
Yeah.
The shots I've seen of the Halo series also just look like they're taking place in a car park. Just in like a 21st century car park.
It should be super expensive.
Right?
Why isn't it super expensive?
And it's wild also. Like, I don't know if Paramount Plus do the same thing that Netflix do, which is you can't screenshot.
Yeah.
But I haven't like the whole point of Halo is like the Halo,
And that-
like,
exactly.
I've not seen a shot.
And the flood come through, and everyone
Right?
goes, "Wow!"
I've not seen a shot of like Master Chef and he's there,
Yeah.
and the Halo, and he's like, I'm shooting at the Halo, you
This
know.
brisket's ready, and I'm
Right?
shooting at this Halo. Yeah,
I've deconstructed this cream caramel, and people are like, oh come on, man,
just make it
just
normal.
make the regular normal one. God damn it, Master Chef. I'm watching Halo right now, James. What do you think about that?
What are you watching that on?
Paramount Plus.
You have Paramount Plus?
If you have Amazon,
Yeah.
you can add channels to Amazon.
I thought that cost extra money
yeah,
when
it
you
does.
do that.
It's not free.
So you just bought that then for money.
No, I already had it.
Oh.
I already had it to watch
Dexter?
Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Dexter?
Yes.
Dexter jacket?
Yes. Anyway, it's looking great. Look at this.
Wow, it
Out in
looks
the
real.
desert. Looks real, man. Oh, that's pretty big. That's a big structure.
Yeah.
You know,
Anyway, can you send me
there's
that?
a guy.
Can you screenshot that and send me the show?
The entire episode.
yeah.
Okay.
Screen
great.
record it for me.
I mean, look, they're wearing future clothes, aren't they? That's pretty something.
Oh, that's kinda rags
Are they
and
playing
stuff.
some sort of future card game?
Wow, what's the
That's
game?
Great.
Do you reckon it's an in-game card game you see? And you're like, how many squares you got? Oh, I've got enough squares for this round.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't have enough squares.
I love a future weird game.
But I can get more squares if I pay real money to get to get some more squares.
Buddy, quit
on Xbox Marketplace.
Quit while you're ahead.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to scroll forward
Yep.
and I'm going to see if I can see Master Chef.
Oh, there he is.
That's
I
Master
think.
Chef, I think. They are.
No, that's one of them's
that's not
Master
bad.
Chef. It's a great costume.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What don't you like about it?
No, I like it.
Yeah.
He's just looking side to side.
Isn't he Liev Schreiber's brother who plays Master Chef?
Huh.
Isn't that right?
Don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. All right. That's the
Looks
right.
great to me, Halo fans. I don't know what you're complaining
I got to
about.
say that yellow sheen on his visor
Yeah.
is looking real good.
Yeah, look, not bad.
Why isn't he
Alright.
wearing his chef's hat though?
Great point.
Thanks. Mason.
He's wearing it under the helmet. He crushes it down. You don't know anything about
so
Halo
when he takes
lore.
off his helmet,
He has
it
to
pops
pop it
back
out
up-
again.
pops back
No,
up
he has
again.
to blow into it to pop it back open again.
That's not fun. It's
know.
the future. It should pop up.
Well,
it should have a
doesn't.
big future spring in it.
But that's why the wars keep happening, because they put AI into the chef's hats,
Yeah.
and made them pop up again, and then there's a bloody then they went AI mad or whatever.
I hate that.
So now they just have to have manual hats.
Manual hats
Right?
in the future.
Yeah.
Why even do anything?
Yeah.
What are we working towards?
Yeah.
Driverless cars.
Don't you remember Halo manual hats?
We're not getting driverless cars, are we?
Me and you personally, I don't think so. No,
But just in general.
they wouldn't allow us.
I think we're way further than that than people think we are. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. It's just not going well, is it?
Not at all. No.
All right. Mason, this is from Justin, hashtag Weekly Planet Pod. Mr. Sunday Movies and at Wikipedia Brown. You guys have got to watch the new Santa Claus series on Disney Plus. It's like whoever wrote it watched your videos and made a series answering all of your questions about how the universe actually works. I've heard this a few times from people. That is fascinating to me. It seems as if maybe somebody watched our videos and then addressed it. I mean, people have had these questions about this series, I assume, outside of us.
Yeah, right,
But they directly reference like what happened to Mrs. Claus's brain,
Right,
and their kids growing up in the North Pole, and all of these things that we talked about.
Because we wondered if when a woman becomes Mrs. Claus, she loses her personality
yeah,
and her
and
will to
apparently
live,
she's got like
essentially.
no memories or doesn't remember her name. They also addressed the previous Santa Claus before Tim Allen, which we were also confused about. But again, I think these are like general questions. But I would love to revisit this. Yes.
Let me erase any doubts in your mind, James. We've never had an original thought. So
Well, that's true.
It's
yeah.
probably somebody
Exactly. So I think it's a bit presumptuous to be like, anybody watched anything we did.
true. But I mean, those videos don't get no views. They get some views.
Yeah, but they're not like they don't get like 10 million views.
They're not
a video or
Mr.
whatever.
Beast videos,
They're not,
are
we're not
they?
doing a big Mr. Beast situation where everybody lick this plane for $1 million and then you keep the plane. I'll kill you. What? Lick it. I'll kill you.
Sometimes, folks, after we record a podcast, we watch a Mr. Beast video as a sort of reward
We do.
to ourselves. And the last one we watched was how long can a bunch of YouTubers touch a plane? The last one to let go of the plane.
Gets $1 million.
Gets $1 million
or something,
in a plane.
And I do kill
And they're
you.
all like, well, it's fascinating because they're all like, again, they're all wired as YouTubers. So
Yeah.
Mr. Beast
They're
is
all like up here. Like,
yeah, the whole time. And like Mr. Beast is like, what are you going to do with this plane? Or who are you going to give this plane to? And the guy's like, oh man, I'm going to give it to my brother because he works so hard or whatever. And it's like, what does that mean? Learjet or whatever. Like, can your brother fly this Learjet?
Yeah, what do you mean? Is he gonna just like privately like fly people around as a pilot?
And then he gets to the end and that guy wins.
Yeah.
And he's like, he brings his brother in. His brother's is also wired to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God, you did it. You won me a plane.
Apparently, a lot of
Imagine if I brought you into a room and I was like, James, I won you this plane. You'd be like, ugh.
why?
Do I have to rent this hangar? You'd say? How much is that going to cost?
Apparently, Mr. Beast like often is just like all the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's funny because like all of them are like massively successful YouTubers, like way more than me. Like there's just a different level, and then he's a level above that.
Yeah,
So just that dynamic is really interesting in itself. But like for me, if he was like, put your hand on this plane for a week or whatever, I'd be like, no. So I don't understand. Like they would have more money than us.
Yeah.
Without question.
Yeah.
Without it, they do one video that would do better than everything we do for the entire year.
Yeah.
But I guess it's for the clout, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
get it. Also, I'm like, I fucking hate everybody in this room. Just terrible.
Oh, because you'd be in a room with all the other Australian YouTubers.
Maybe, I don't
or
know.
the local guys.
Yeah, whatever that even fucking looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Australian YouTube, to be honest. I've never been to an event. Who's famous here? Like, I don't
know. We could be walking past
I
them
don't
every
know.
day.
Like, I honestly
know.
don't. I've no fucking idea.
We could be walking past them every day and they recognize us and they're like, oh.
Yeah, but just, I don't know, man. Like, that level of, like, YouTube, and I don't know if this, like, Mr. Beast, he's done a lot of charity stuff as far as I'm aware. Like, they just seem like a pack of fucking psychos. Like, to be honest, I don't know that for a fact, obviously, but just, I don't know, there's just something's missing there.
That's interesting that you're not taking both sides here.
No, not this
It's
one.
interesting that in a lot of arenas you would take both sides, but when we watch those Mr. Beast videos, there's one guy who whenever he comes on screen, you're like, oh, he kicked that guy in the head.
I do say that. I'm not going to name him.
Because you don't know his name.
I don't know his name. Yeah, I do want to kick him.
He's one of Mr. Beast's friends.
I want to kick him so hard, mate.
Anyway, it's a bit of fun. The videos are a bit of fun, aren't they?
They're pretty good, aren't they? They're very watchable. Like they're just perfectly designed, aren't they?
Do you think he comes up with all his ideas? Or do you
I mean,
think-
he'd have a team to do it, obviously, but like, just and like he trims the fat. So if it's just like, I don't know, we got to live in a swamp or whatever. I don't know, whatever they're doing. There's no like, hey guys, so I'm here at the swamp and this is my boy, whatever. And today, you know, the idea is that we're in the middle. Like, it's just like go, and it just starts. And that, I think that's really like interesting. Like you'll make it just 8 minutes. He won't do like a 50-minute video. It's so like tightly produced.
And what's also interesting is that
I want to kick that guy so much. Just thinking about him.
there's
Let me kick him.
Yeah. So there was one video, you know, look, doing YouTube isn't a job in the sense like being a nurse or a construction worker.
Absolutely
or
not.
any member of the village
Any,
people ultimately.
Any job ever, yeah.
A policeman, a Native American, and so forth.
That job, yeah.
That job. But there was an episode where he decides he's going to see if he can not eat for 30 days. And it's not just him in a room and he just sits there for 4. He's also doing regular Mr. Beast videos
It's crazy.
during it.
So you're seeing the videos that he's
Already made.
and we've seen because we've watched a lot of them.
Yeah. And then you go, oh, he hadn't eaten for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
at this point.
and he's just like falling apart, but he's just driven. God damn.
That's a commitment.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That Let Larson Take Hands Off a Jet from 2 weeks ago. It's got 60 million views.
Well, you wanted to know who was going to take their hands off the jet.
But I didn't. Who was it?
It was some guy, he had a brother.
Yeah.
He gave the jet to his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, and these thumbnails, just next level, mate. $10,000 every day you survive prison. I haven't watched that one yet, but I hope it's real
A
prison.
real prison. Because you're hoping one of his friends will be stabbed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, I just want to point out the guy that I'm talking about, who, again, I can't name or even describe. I wouldn't
Because
really...
you can't describe it. Because he's indescribable.
Yeah, I wouldn't really kick him.
Okay.
I'm sure he's probably fine.
I think you'd kick him in Minecraft. But anyway.
No, I'd kick him in the chest, basically.
Oh, yeah, great. That's terrific.
Just the... Like that kind of.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
All right, I got another email here, James.
Great. What's
Now-
your final letter,
Here's a
Mason?
hot
I
email
know what it is, and
from
it's already
DJ.
giving me a headache.
Hot debate for you guys.
Wow.
Hi, James and Meso. As I've said before, you guys are amazing. I recently lost my grandmother a few days ago, and you've kept me smiling, so thank you.
Boo, and we're sorry.
But
That
here's the
sucks.
debate as mentioned in the subject line. What are there more of in the world, doors or windows? This has been a hot debate in all my friend groups, so I figured you guys should tackle it also. From DJ.
I hate this.
You love it, though.
Now, we already did this. We probably spoke about this for like 15, 20
yeah,
minutes.
that's most of the lost time, honestly. Because we're like, okay,
Well, obviously, from you look at a house and it's like there's a door on the front and then there's 8 windows.
and there's
or whatever.
lots more windows. So you'd go windows, but
then
then
you
I'm
think
like, but
indoors.
internal doors count.
Yes.
And then you said
Well, then but cupboards don't.
cupboards don't
Dog
count.
doors don't count.
Don't count.
Model homes don't count.
Model
like
homes
little doors.
and toy like
None of
little
that
toys.
counts.
None of that counts. But then you said, does every piece of glass count as a window?
Yeah.
Because I said, if you go to like the door store,
Yeah.
like a store that just sells doors, look at all these doors.
yeah.
Every individual door I think counts, whether they're installed or not.
Yes.
And then then you said, okay, well, what about every piece of glass? Because
I
invariably,
feel like I'm trapped in hell.
because invariably,
It's
James,
awful.
you said all pieces of glass will go to become windows eventually, but I don't think that's true.
No.
Coffee tables, for example, and then you said, what about bottles,
Yeah,
glass
but
bottles?
also I've rethought about that, and bottles would be shaped into bottles immediately.
Exactly
they wouldn't
right.
put in plain panes of glass and then be changed
And I
into
said we
bottles.
should get a glass expert in because at a glass factory, maybe each piece of glass that comes off the assembly line is like, okay, this is
predetermined.
like, but if you go to a glass expert and they go, okay, but if a piece of glass is 300 by 400, then that's always going to be a window. You never cut a piece of glass that's that size, but it's anything else kind of thing. So do they count as windows? I say no.
Yeah.
I think it only counts as a window if it has been assembled. Like if you see it on a truck, it's just a piece of glass. That's not a window.
Yeah.
Even if it's going to be turned into a window.
Okay.
It has to be in a frame.
All right.
That counts as a window.
Already cut to the size of a window. Not all windows have frames.
I think if it's gonna be a window.
Here's a question for you though.
Go on.
What about a car? Now, not the windscreen?
Yeah.
'cause that's a different thing. But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
side windows are called windows.
Yes.
Does that change anything?
No, that's a window and a door.
Oh shit! So they cancel each other out.
Yeah, they cancel each other out. Yeah.
But sometimes they have that little triangle at the back. That's
That
just
doesn't
in the
go
car.
down.
That doesn't go down.
That's a window.
So there's
Doesn't
more
have to
windows
open. Yeah.
in a car
Yeah.
than doors.
Yeah.
Windscreen doesn't count. 'cause
I
it's a
don't
windscreen,
think rear windscreen
and rear
counts
windscreen
it.
also doesn't count.
yeah.
But there's
Well, we've
also a bonnet count and a boot.
No, because they're bonnets, a trunk and a
So
hood.
wherever you are, yeah.
No, they're not doors. They're not doors, James.
Yeah, they're not doors. I get that.
I think you have to be able to go through it.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, or do I? Because maybe there's some doors you don't go
Because
through.
it's like a door store, and
Yeah.
there's a door, and you open it, and it's a wall.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That still counts. Okay, but I don't think a bonnet or a trunk because they're not doors.
I agree.
Nobody be like,
It's like a latch.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you're like, what are you counting? Trunks?
No.
Like a trunk of like a chest?
no, that's no. And
ridiculous.
also, we had to bear in mind that like the structure of a modern home,
Yep.
maybe there are a lot of open plans. There's fewer doors inside, but some houses have a bunch of doors inside. Like every room's
Every room's got a door.
got a door. Every hallway's got a couple of
And
doors.
if you got
know
a
what I
door,
mean?
you got a gym.
That's
What
right.
about this? Roller doors. Doors?
No. No,
Garage
James,
doors.
You're not taking this
I
seriously.
am.
No, you
Garage
are.
doors, as we talked about before, the more you think about it, you just think of new things.
A door to a garage, like from inside your house.
course that's a door.
Obviously, that's a door. But I think a roller door isn't a door.
Okay. What about a door that like goes up like that?
Can you get a roller door with a window in it? Because the window would count. I've never
don't
seen
think
one,
so,
but
but you
maybe
get a clear
no,
plastic.
because sometimes have you seen those? They're in American houses. Instead of it being like one continuous roller door,
That's
it's
what I'm
like-
saying.
It's like 3 segments.
Yeah.
and they have windows in them.
Well, that's true.
So those count as windows, I think.
but they don't count as doors.
no,
God damn. And Windows computers don't count.
they don't count
It's
at
an
all. no.
operating
No,
system.
no, that's right.
And the doors
The band,
don't
the
count.
doors will
The
not
however
count.
many members of the doors there are
Yeah.
do not count.
Mostly dead, I think. Fuck. Right?
It's
But we have to definitively decide, and I think it's doors.
But now I'm thinking about cars. How many cars are there in the
I
world?
like how you're like, we have to cut this short, but now you're like, you're in the debate. And
I
now-
already did this.
Yeah, I know.
But like a car,
Yes.
if you just counted cars,
Yes.
just cars, there is probably 2 more windows on average
Than
in
there
each
is
car
every door.
than there is doors.
Not every car though.
Most cars, I would say at least 50%, I'd say. And that's being generous. I'm being generous.
Again, I think, but I reckon modern cars.
Also, 2-door cars
Yes.
have extra windows.
That's what-
that
yeah,
don't
yeah.
open as well.
Yeah.
In addition to 4-door cars who also have extra windows. Often. Not
Oh,
always.
I see what you're saying. I'm like, okay, I thought initially you meant, okay, you were always referring to 2-door cars,
Yeah.
which have the window and then the non-functioning window at the back.
Yeah.
I think that in a 4-door car, that see, here's the thing though. When you said 2-door cars with the 4 and like the back one didn't, I was like, well, that counts as a separate window.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I'm arbitrarily deciding that in a 4-door car, that bit doesn't, but it must. You're right.
Yeah,
So
that's
a
what I'm
4-door
saying.
car has 6 of those.
Yes.
Wow. They don't all have that though.
No, they don't all have
Yeah.
that. But a lot of cars do, especially older cars.
Yeah.
And then once you break a window, is it still a window?
No.
You kick a door, is it a door? Put your foot through a door, is it still a door?
Yes.
Because it's solid, right? Like
Really
kick
makes
a
you think,
window,
doesn't it?
kick
You break a window and it's still. Yeah, that's a that's a broken window though.
So it doesn't count. But a broken door counts.
Because you could still close
Still
the door.
operational,
The
yeah.
door's still operational. Maybe it wouldn't lock, but it would still cover the. But if you smash a window, I don't. But does a broken window count as a window? I don't think it does.
I agree
'Cause
with you. I
need
don't
a
know
full
why, but
replacement.
no, because it's
You
not.
need a full replacement.
It's not
Yeah.
functional. And a door could still technically be functional if it was had a hole in it.
Yeah.
But if a door was obviously off its hinges, you batter in a door. That's
That's
not.
just a door frame. That's a door hole.
No, but you said doors, like if you went in a door store and they don't go
Oh my
anywhere.
God, you're
they
right.
count.
Oh my
so
God.
how much do you have to destroy a door for it to no longer
Yeah.
count as a door? Like if you fully battered a door.
No,
off its
you're right. If a
hinges-
door comes off its hinges, it's still a door.
Yeah.
Like if I was going by the side of the road and I saw a door on the side of the road, I wouldn't go, that's some wood. I'd go, that's a door
And if you
on the
saw
side of the
glass, you'd be like, that's glass.
glass.
You wouldn't say that's a window that is broken.
Unless it was a frame. Like if
Yeah.
the frame was on the side of the road with some broken glass in it, I go, somebody's thrown a window onto the side of the road.
Or a window frame, you might even call it.
Wow. I think it's doors because doors have.
I don't know if it is because of the car thing alone.
Yeah.
Like, think of the number. Isn't there more cars than people or something?
We've got to know some statisticians who can put aside their actual jobs
Yeah.
and figure this out somehow. We got to get a round table
Because
going.
normally we definitively like call it, and we actually did call it.
I said doors.
And I think
you
I ended up
initially said
agreeing with you,
windows,
and
but
I
then you
came
turned,
around.
yeah.
But the car thing is like,
We went back and forth. I'm like, maybe it is windows, but
Yeah.
the car thing, yeah. No, you're right.
cripes.
But anyway, we'll put this in the Planet Broadcasting Great Mates
Yeah.
group, and people can debate it, and we'll go, and maybe we'll do it. I still think it's doors,
I'm not convinced. I can be convinced.
just because the existence of door stores, James.
Yeah, but how many door stores are there?
There's like 6 on my block. No, just kidding. I don't know. And gates don't count. We just established
No,
gates.
okay,
don't- Yeah.
anything that's like called a different thing.
Even though
doesn't
Bill
count.
Gates came up with Windows.
Oh my god. He's a normal man, isn't he?
No, I think he's weird. Weird and bad. Bad person.
Yeah, I agree. That's the show.
Yeah.
Sorry again.
Okay.
About, sorry. This extra thing we was gonna do is mostly about doors and windows.
If this doesn't record,
yeah.
I'm going to do some screaming. Let me tell you that.
What's next, Mason?
That's the end of the show, I think.
Wow, excellent. Would you like to wrap up the show right
I would
now for
love
us?
to wrap up the show. Or maybe Rude Obi-Wan would like to wrap up the show.
no.
He doesn't. He's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Probably to jail, I'd imagine.
To jail.
Do you think?
Yeah, he's probably gone to jail.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't do anything physically.
But it's a
but
vibe,
a lot of
isn't it?
harassment there.
Yeah.
You know?
They probably
He
like...
got Me Too'd and good.
Absolutely right.
Anakin took a hollow recording of Obi-Wan showing him his bum. He took it to the Jedi
See, that's
Council.
how we do it, James. This is the beauty of you also running out of vetoes. Is you have to come up with something
I
else.
would never veto Rude
No.
Obi-Wan.
Well, it's too bad he's gone
I
to jail.
love the idea of Anakin presenting that evidence to the Jedi Council.
well, that could be anyone's bum, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, God. Anyway, what's going on?
I mean, it's got the word Satine tattooed on it, but I don't know. Lot of space chicks called Satine, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, folks, that's the end of the show. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you
This
for
hologram's are
subscribing.
blurry. Maybe you get away with
That's exactly right.
it. Yeah. So keep going.
This has been holocron shopped. And somebody's Anyway, thanks so much for listening and subscribing, telling your friends. We appreciate it. That's how it gets in front of more ears. It gets in front of ears in your earbuds, and you put them in, and then it's
You're
in
like,
your
oh,
ears.
hello, what's this?
Thank you for leaving a 5-star review on whatever platform you can, or just a thumbs up or what have you, because that's how people see it. They turn on their podcast thing, and it's like, you like stupid stuff? Well, here's some real stupid stuff.
Yeah.
You stupid.
You stupid idiot.
Very nice.
Anyway, anything else?
No, that's the whole show, I think, folks.
Great stuff. Great stuff, Mason.
Who's this?
It's me. It's little James.
Oh,
I'm under the table.
huh.
Yeah. I got my microphone. It's a little microphone.
Are you? Because regular James is here. Are you a separate
Yeah,
guy?
I'm here too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a separate guy.
Huh? Do you want a seat or something, little James?
No.
You don't want one. You seem actually offended that I've asked you. I thought that was common courtesy.
Well, it's been, it's nearly 400 episodes. You've never even bothered to ask me.
I didn't know you were there on account of you being so little, little James.
It's rude.
I don't think it is rude. Had I known you were there, I would have absolutely. I'm not in the practice of looking under the table, really.
Little James, you probably should have said something.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
I'm on your side, Mason.
Thanks, regular size James. Just between you and me, this guy sucks.
I didn't know he was there.
Yeah, we didn't. And then we were nice. There's a seat, right? There's 2 seats. He has his 3 seats. He's got the pick of seats.
Yeah, I'd
this
pick
guy.
him up. I'd put him on the seat.
Right?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. He's quiet again. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what he's up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's put his headphones in. He's texting. God damn.
Anyway, you were saying
I
before
think-
we were interrupted.
Before we were really interrupted. See, also, what's weird is he was like, good job. Like, he was being nice.
Yes.
But I think it was just I think maybe it was sarcastic. Maybe that's what he was doing there.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't like this guy. I don't trust his motives.
Yeah. I don't know how we'd get him out. Maybe I'll put out like a rat trap. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can get him.
I'll get a broom or something. Anyway, thanks,
Is
folks.
he a clone? What is he?
I don't
You know?
know. I didn't get a good look at him. He was shrouded in mystery and shadows because he's under the table. I don't know. I think he's got rat DNA or something.
But, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway.
Folks, thanks so much for listening to the podcast. We absolutely appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for telling your friends about it because that's how we get new listeners.
That's right.
And thanks for leaving a 5-star review on your podcast platform of choice. James, you got any reviews
Got
there?
a couple here. You can just do it in an app. It's terrific. Maybe that's what little James is doing right now with his
Wow, yeah.
headphones in.
Probably given 2.5-star
It
reviews.
probably is. Yeah, don't do that. But no, it really helps the show.
That's fine.
It's the least you could do.
Yeah,
Listen
yeah.
to the podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you might want to support little James.
Yeah. I think I'm
going
going to put out a glue trap and then throw him over the fence.
Making somebody else's problem.
Yeah, that's
sure,
right.
yeah. Yeah.
I'll rehouse him. You
Yeah,
know?
great idea.
Yeah.
You can also go to bigsandwich.co for $9 per month. Bonus podcast, movie commentaries, early videos, ad-free feed. James is just having a big old laugh about the greatest new character that's ever been created, little James. Just
Yeah, that's right.
because so much character development in just that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, what a wonder.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm glad this happened at the end of the show because I've just been thinking about it.
Yeah.
I am going to be for the rest of the night anyway.
That's
but,
right.
You know.
Anyway, it's great to be here recording on a Sunday. James.
Did you misspeak then, Mason?
Yeah, I did. I meant Sunday, actually. Yeah, because we're recording on Sunday. Okay, James, we're back in the studio. God, what a bunch of adventures we had.
Exhausting.
And I mean, it was a little bit weird that every time I was like, okay, we're going to go to this location to search for clues. And you were like, I need to use the toilet. And then you would leave for like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yep.
And then when you come back, we'd go to the location that had been burned to the ground. I thought that was weird that it happened like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, it's
I
all right.
just I drank a lot of fluids.
But here's the twist, James.
What's the twist?
The twist is, I mean, despite the fact we listened to all that great content, and that was delightful on its own.
Collings edited together. It was terrific.
But guess what?
What?
I knew who the killer was the whole time.
Then why did you make me drive around in a car with you?
To draw the killer out.
Oh.
And the killer was little James himself. That's right, he's still alive. What a twist, right? A twist worthy of Agatha Christie or whatever, or Knives Out or something. I don't know.
That actually makes sense because you came in and said there'd been a murder and it's little James, but there was no murder.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing here.
It's a real puzzler, right?
Yeah, I just took it on face value that was a thing that happened. But
Well, now that I look at the crime scene, I see the victim was actually that weird puppet you bought that you spent a bunch of money on.
and used once.
Used it once and then the dog ate it. If anything, I think the dog should probably go to prison.
Okay.
Anyway, what do you have to say to what do you have to say for yourself, little James? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Typical.
God, that guy sucks.
I hate him.
Yeah.
We should murder him for real,
I
though.
think we should murder him for real.
Because I was relieved when you told me that.
Right.
And I was like, good, somebody's obviously done it because I knew it wasn't me.
Mm.
I just been burning buildings down all day for no reason, maybe.
I knew it.
No, I said maybe. Anyway, maybe we'll get lucky and like an accident will befall him, just a regular accident. Or
I get you. I see what you're saying.
No, or like the dog will eat him or something.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
Nice.
good.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think, regardless of the outcome here, I think it was worthwhile listening to all those great moments from the
completely
Weekly Planet
agree.
2022.
Wow.
Who knows what next year will bring?
This year.
This year?
This year.
Yeah, but who knows what next year will bring also?
That's also
James?
true. Yeah, we don't know.
You're under arrest for pedantry,
What?
James. Yeah, that's right.
I hate this.
That's right.
I mean, I don't like being a suspect in any of these situations, Mason.
well.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back on the 23rd, won't we, Mason? 23rd,
That's right.
22nd.
One of those dates. Around that time.
Yeah, around
Just
that
stay
ti-
up.
Yeah, just it will be the 23rd, yeah, but a big sandwich that goes up the day before, obviously.
Nice.
All right.
right.
Wow. What? Wow. What does he say? What? What does he mean and think, Mason?
It seemed passive aggressive.
Yeah, that's what I
It
thought.
certainly seemed sarcastic. Wow.
the worst.
God. Anyway, grab that gemming, guys.
See you
Grab that
soon.
Shrek. When is this coming out?
Before Shrek. Before the Shrek.
Grab that Shrek, everyone. You'll know what that means in a week or so.
Yeah. It's something to do with Shrek. I don't want to give it away.
duh.
I don't want to give it away.
You're under arrest for stating the obvious.
What?
Yeah.